Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Residents of Evil Airbnb. My name is JJ, and today I am joined by Road Team member Cory.
Hello, everybody.
We got Road Team member Andy.
What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's well.
And our very special guest, Alex Aniel, the author of Itchy Tasty, unofficial history of Resident Evil. Thank you for joining us, Alex.
Hello, hello.
And we got a lot of exciting stuff to talk about tonight because, guys, we all got a chance to play the brand new Resident Evil 9 at Gamescom 2025.
Oh, yeah.
And there is a lot to go through here, but I just want to say thank you all so much for coming by. This is a bonus stream, but it was so exciting that we wanted to all get together and talk about it. And we're going to be covering how the gameplay mechanics worked, how the lighting, atmosphere, music, and the monster, Grace. We got a new look yesterday at Gamescom, or 2 days ago now at Gamescom opening night, featuring Alyssa Ashcroft and more of the backstory. But there's a lot to go through, so thank you all so much for coming by. We are going to be showing the full demo, not our version. It's just a version I found on YouTube. We actually were not able to record any of the footage, but somebody else graciously put it up online. So we'll be showing that and kind of touching on different topics. We do have a Q&A going right now. So if you would like to ask us anything about the demo, please use that tab and ask us anything. We'll try to get through all of them. And we do got a bunch of support. So thank you guys so much. If you enjoy this, please hit that like button. If we hit 750 likes tonight, I'll gift out 5 Rose Squad memberships. If we hit the chat goal, we'll gift out another 5. And if we hit 50 members tonight, we'll gift out another 5. But we just appreciate you guys being here. Please let us know how our audio is. We tested it to make sure it's all balanced. Okay, I rambled a lot, but wow, there's a lot to talk about. First I will read the support, and then we will go into the full-blown discussion, and then we'll probably not read the support until we finish, and then we'll come back around to the support just to not break the flow of the conversation.
Sounds good.
But we got Yova Rods kicking off the super chat tonight with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Yova Rods.
What's up, JJ and Road Squad? Happy RE9 week. Let's go.
Hell yeah, it's been an exciting week. We got Raccoon City Pizza. I'm going to be seeing you shortly here for Resurrection Shoot with a $2 super chat. Thank you.
Seize this giant mommy monster. Would.
We just had a conversation about your super chat and I knew somebody would. God damn, it's you. Somebody's got to do it. Crazy Cuban with an incredibly generous 5 gifted Row Squad memberships. That's how you grow the row. Thank you so much for your very generous support. Everybody give it up to Crazy Cuban. Let's welcome our 5 new members.
Thank you, Cuban.
But now, thank you for the support, guys. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for getting your questions in. I want to throw it over to our special guest to just kind of explain, you've been on the channel multiple times. You talked about the demo when you first seen footage. You were the first one to come on the channel, and which we really appreciate. And you broke down, worded it all very well. We now have gotten to see it. But just explain yourself, who you are, what the book is, and your kind of history with Resident Evil.
Have you got it with you?
I do actually, yeah,
Wow,
in my bag,
grab the book, grab
in
the
the
book.
second pocket. So, again, my name is Alex, and people might know me for my, I guess, like my presence on the Resident Evil internet,
Yeah.
right? Like Zeitgeist or whatever you want to
Yeah.
call it.
Yeah.
I wrote a book called Itchy Tasty, which covers the first 10 or so years of Resident Evil's development and production history. I work in the game industry, which is why I'm here at Gamescom, but I'm also a big Resident Evil fan. And I live in Tokyo, Japan, speak Japanese. So that allowed me to be able to communicate with some of the creators of the Resident Evil franchise. And I took all the stories that they told me, put it into book format, gave it to everybody else. And shockingly, people seem to really like it.
It's really well done.
Contrary to my wildest expectations.
Yeah.
And so I'm really happy that, the fan base is very passionate about, every new game that comes out. And there's an appreciation for the hard work that goes into making Resident Evil games. And so it's really great to be here, including being with the ROE crew. You guys are amazing, and I admire you all.
We were just having a casual conversation. I was like, Alex, you should join us tonight so we can have this discussion. And you're like, yeah, I'd be down. And we appreciate you coming by. Your book, though, I do want to just touch on real quick because I think it's fascinating. And I've talked about this far before we started doing any content together, but just when I very loosely knew you. And Itchy Tasty. And this is not a promotion. I'm just talking about this because I think every Resident Evil fan, if you're really interested in Resident Evil, the lore, the making of that book, everybody will tell you that book is fantastic. Yeah. Everybody talks about it all the time. And I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I found it very informative on all of the inner workings of Capcom, the development, those that were involved. And I just think it's a fascinating read for anybody who likes the series. So that's why I first oh, Alex really knows what he's talking about. He's very knowledgeable about the series and just very interesting. It seems like an interesting person. Then I got to know you, and yeah, you are very passionate about the Resident Evil series. So over time, we gotten to know each other. But it's great having you here with us.
Likewise.
Yeah, and yeah, to everybody that's joining, thank you guys so much. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of who Alex is, and just kind of touch on that book because I think it's something everybody should read if they have time. But Andy, I'm gonna throw it over to you first, and we will be going to the next screen, which actually shows the demo gameplay, the full demo gameplay. But before we get into that, I just want to touch on we're all here in Germany for Gamescom 2025, and I don't know about you guys, but for me, it's been more than I could have asked for. You know, I just came here. I was hoping to play Resident Evil 9 and meet other Resident Evil fans, and I've done that 10 times over. And before we get into Andy's thoughts on Gamescom 2025, I just want to say, very odd situation we had earlier where we were outside the Capcom business booth, and we were meeting up with a fellow content creator, completely unrelated to what was going on in the booth, but just a meeting point. And as we were talking with this content creator, we see Alex. And I'm like, oh, hey, Alex is in the Capcom booth. And I kind of look over and guess who Alex is talking to? Alex, you want to tell him who you were talking to?
Yeah. I was shooting the shit with Koshi Nakanishi, the director of Resident Evil Requiem.
Shooting the shit with the director of Resident Evil 9 Requiem.
On Resident Evil 7. So he and I have been acquainted for a few years. He was actually one of the original reasons why I decided to write a book. Because in 2017 at GDC, the Game Developers Conference, that was about maybe 2 months after Resident Evil 7 came out, he actually did a talk about how they ended up making Resident Evil 7, and he gave a lot of his his experience and his ideas, but he's a Japanese speaking person.
Yes.
So it went through a translator, but if you were at GDC, obviously you would have a lot to take away from such an event. But it dawned on me, like, these stories are really interesting.
Yeah.
I find it very fascinating to see how games are made from beginning to end. Like, I'm in the game industry myself, and so I get to see every day just how challenging it is
complex
to complete a game and release it commercially, and even harder for people to like it, right? But I think that Nakanishi-san's talk at the time inspired me to actually write Itchy Tasty.
Really?
Yeah, because I had been acquainted with a lot of the people who made the games by that point. But I'm sorry.
You get that right in your mouth.
Just see it there.
Oh yeah.
And so I wrote the book. It took a few years, but yeah. And then when I found out Nakanishi-san was the director of Requiem in that video last year, obviously I was very eager to find out more. But he and I have gone out drinking and eating in Osaka.
That's amazing.
On a few occasions, and I just really wanted to meet him here and kind of show my support. Talk about to the extent he could discuss this, right?
Yeah.
What his rationale is, what his thoughts are, how he feels about the announcement. And
maybe if this is personable, that's totally fine. But maybe you can touch on some of those later on, because of the questions you asked him are very good questions. Stuff that I think a lot of people would want to hear, as long as it's okay to talk about. But
I mean, if he told me, I imagine he could have told anybody. Right?
Yeah. So he's got a lot of people there to make sure that he's
very professional in terms of how he describes the game, and he didn't tell me anything that.
Sorry, Cory smashing the place
He didn't
up.
tell me anything that was probably NDA. So.
Yeah. But no, it just and it's odd because the reason why I got back into Resident Evil after being kind of burnt from Resident Evil 6 and kind of just losing interest in the series was because of Resident Evil 7. So to him, I credit probably this channel because it was shortly after Resident Evil 7 release that I started the Residents of Evil.
Sure.
But to you discussing things with him, so we see that you're talking with him and we're literally 10 feet away, right? And I'm thinking, I want to go up and say hi, but also be respectful and don't intrude. And I'm sitting here talking to my wife, and I see out of the corner of my eye Andy darting over to their conversation.
Yeah, so from my vantage point, I'm talking to Nakanishi-san. We're kind of close to the entrance, right?
Yeah.
It was a very informal conversation we were having, but I catch all of you, the ROE team, out of the corner of my eye, and so I turn around and I'm like looking at you all,
and we're all staring at you. No, I'm just kidding.
You were like, I think you were talking to somebody.
Yes, we were doing interviews,
but I was like, are you all gonna come over here and say hi? Or...
yeah.
And I did that like maybe 3 times, and then the 3rd time, I finally made eye contact with Andy. You know, like when you look at somebody in the eye,
it's pretty honed
like,
in on.
Get over here right now. Yeah.
And then so he gets the hint very quickly, and then so he walks over.
Yeah.
And then Nakanishi-san like notices Andy's coming over, and I tell Nakanishi-san, "This is actually my friend."
Yeah.
These are my friends, rather.
Yeah.
All, referring to all of you. And like we were supposed to, we tried to have a meetup last night, but it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So he did actually apologize for that.
And I totally understood. And then this was
busy and important man. So
yeah, we did say we had a very special thing that might happen, and that was you had coordinated us going out to dinner with Nakanishi, and that would have been amazing. But obviously, he is very busy. Yeah,
but yeah, an event like Gamescom, things are coming up in the schedule all the time. But anyway, I'm glad that you happened to be in the right place at the right time, which.
Completely unintentional.
I mean,
but
if you've never been to Gamescom, like it's really hard to appreciate how absolutely massive the event is.
Oh, it's colossal.
There's between 8 and 10 halls.
People are herded.
Multiple floors.
Yeah.
And that you were just right there when I happened to be talking to him.
Yeah, and I was like, I hope he doesn't think we're here to pressure him. And then...
I thought it was fate. I thought, maybe the universe wanted this meetup to happen.
Yeah.
So... I looked at Jack because obviously when we was doing this interview with this other creator, and I saw you with a Japanese man, and I was like, that's Nakanishi-san. I'm confident that it's Nakanishi-san. So I went over to JJ. I said, I think that's I think that's who we think it is, because it is very hard, because I've only ever seen him on the Resident Evil, like the promo videos. So it's very hard to judge in person. And I said, this is fate. This is gonna happen. And it looked like you was having a fairly, it was an informal meeting, but it looked like you was pretty in depth in it. And I just thought, oh, fuck it. Like, I'm just going to walk over and like introduce myself, because it's now or never. It really is now or never. And the thing is, as you quite rightly said, this is the first time I've ever been at Gamescom. And it is so colossal in scale. Like you can't get an appreciation from watching clips. Like I've not really been to Gamescom, if I'm honest, because I've been to a few booths, but I missed Dying Light, I missed Silent Hill F, I missed
You'll miss everything every time.
Like
it's so big.
There's so much going on. So it's good, and there are just so many people there. Like the Resident Evil, we'll go into this in a minute.
You're getting into where we were gonna go.
Yeah. Did you want to segue that in?
No, just that no, you're perfect. It's perfect. But I just want to say thank you for setting that up. We got to chat very briefly with Nakanishi, and we got to take photos, and honestly, for me personally, that was the cherry on top of the trip. I was very honored, I was very grateful, and seems like I said, when we met Shinji, super nice guy, and he became very bubbly and friendly, but it took a minute to break the ice. Nakanishi, it was almost immediately. This dude just came over. He's like, "You want to do a thumbs up?" And
man, he was really personable. Really personable.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's a social butterfly.
Yes,
I think, and he's always smiling when you talk to him.
Very kind. Oh, he wants a row hoodie. He kept tugging on my hoodie. And
you owe him a hoodie.
I'm gonna get him a hoodie. He's getting a hoodie, 100%. I should ask him for. I'll get you a hoodie, but I want one of those Resident Evil 9 shirts. That shirt was nice, dude.
Yeah, he has a really cool abstract RE9 shirt that he was wearing.
I bet there's a bunch of leaks on that shirt because it's got a bunch of text on it.
I imagine it's a staff T-shirt.
It is, yeah. They have those, but but that's what I was going to get into. Secondly, is our experiences at Gamescom. You're first, you're second, now my third, and you've been doing this all the time. But I guess we'll start with Andy. You were kind of getting into it, so you might as well continue. What is your experience with Gamescom?
It's absolutely colossal, and really, it's the best time to do it. As a classic Resident Evil fan, they really went all out with the arrangement of their set, basically, of their booth, like. There was so many different companies there, and they had their own unique setups. A lot of people had flat setups, but they literally rebuilt the RPD, completely destroyed after Raccoon City, and it was just it was really overwhelming when you got to it. It was like, especially being that like Resident Evil 2, the original was my favorite game of all time, and to be there with and you're going to go and play the new Resident Evil game, but it was really important for me, and couldn't have picked a better year to go. Really could not picked a better year to go. And people were, it was absolutely rammed. I think there was like 4 or 5 hour waits at some time.
Oh yeah. They had to kick a bunch of people out because it got too busy.
Yeah, and we was really fortunate, and shout out to the team there at Capcom that they were very, very accommodating.
Oh yeah.
Can't speak more highly of the team that were there. So thank you kindly for that. But yeah. Unbelievable experience, and let's see what happens next year at Gamescom.
Oh yeah.
You know what? It's going to be amazing.
To add to that, we were doing a bunch of interviews on people that were about to play the game, people that played the game, to gauge hype and see how everybody was thinking, and we just said, is that okay? Because we are kind of blocking traffic, and they were totally fine with it. They were very welcoming into it. Our tickets had a little mix up, so we were supposed to play, and I guess they didn't go through, and they still accommodated. They got us all in. Capcom was very helpful with this whole event, and they were very welcoming to what we were doing and the whole community. That was amazing of them. But very well said for your first experience with Gamescom, and a very good one. For have Resident Evil 9 there in that big booth.
Unbelievable. And as I said, I was diving in and out of the queues, like just throwing a microphone in people's faces, because as you appreciate, we are a very large Resident Evil platform, but it's not always about what we think. This stream, obviously, we're going to be going into details of what we think, but ultimately, there are 750 people in this chat. Everybody has their nuanced take of what their interpretation of Resident Evil. So that's really what we wanted to achieve today, was gauge from the community what they're excited for. It's not always about what we think; it's what you guys. And there was some cracking cosplays on today, actually.
Oh yeah, they were amazing. I love seeing cosplays and people that are also Resident Evil fans just going there and meeting them and just talking about how excited they are. It's so cool. It's so cool to see.
There was this one. I have to highlight this one dude, Jonas, who basically we was just walking through, and obviously the easiest thing to try and spot, because as you can appreciate, everyone's lining up for Resident Evil, and we're in Germany, so you've got to get over the. Are you English? Do you like Resident Evil? Very quickly, so you get a good interview. So an easy check for that would be, or if they're wearing a Resident Evil shirt, obviously the chances are they're a Resident Evil fan. But this guy, he had Resident Evil 2 at the top.
I seen it right away.
Yeah, and we literally walked up to him, and he said, "Oh my god, I was just saying to my friend, I think I might bump into JJ," and here he is. And it was absolute elite ball knowledge, because he had the George A. Romero, Leon.
He was awesome.
From the commercial. Brad Renfro.
Brad Renfro.
Absolute elite ball, like such a hyper strata fucking genre of Resident Evil. But yeah, what a champ. Yeah, really good experience with the community, and again, the staff were fantastic. So
well said. How about you, Alex? What's your experience with Gamescom 2025?
Oh, I'm having a blast. It's tiring because I'm here also to work the event.
You're working
in my I guess my primary professional capacity in the company that I work for. But it's actually my 10th Gamescom, so I've been coming to Gamescom since 2014. There was a pause of 2 years during the pandemic, but I've been here pretty much every year. Since. So I've seen Gamescom, evolve over time, and it just keeps getting busier and busier. But aside from Resident Evil 7, as far as I can remember anyway, since I've been going, the IP never really had a huge presence here. I do remember there was an RE7 booth in 2016, and there was a signing session. They were giving away posters. But then for Resident Evil 2, it was all behind the scenes. There was no public demo. RE3 Village, obviously, those overlapped with the pandemic, and there was no Gamescom presence for those. I always felt like Capcom in general never really took Gamescom as seriously as other companies have. But I think now that E3's gone, that's a lot of focus has shifted. Towards this event, or I guess towards whatever Jeff Keighley happens to be doing.
The Jeff Awards.
He's everywhere. Everything.
We've been seeing a lot of Capcom reveals at Jeff's events lately.
Yes, we have.
It's usually, Tokyo Game Show is probably the one event of the year where Capcom really goes all out.
In Japan.
They'll have a new trailer. That's typically when they announce pricing and the SKU product lineup and things like that.
But
I think this Gamescom has been quite a nice showcase for the IP. Like you'll see a lot of posters throughout the Colon Mesa of Resident Evil Requiem and the other Capcom games too. Like you see them everywhere. Like they have the turnstiles. I don't know if you noticed, but they all have like the Capcom artwork.
They had them on buses. They have them everywhere.
You know, like tap in and tap out.
Yep.
You got to think we're always used to having it here.
Tell me,
it might be easier to like hold it there, so it's not killing your arm.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm having a great time. It is crowded though, isn't it?
Very crowded.
Yeah,
we
were getting herded. Like
we were herded.
It was crazy.
I got a video of it. I was like, just to show everybody how it's not as fun as you think, because look at this shit, and it's just people being herded all one way, and people are like, I want to go that way, and they're like, no, go that way.
Yeah, I think Dead Rising 5 should take place at the Cologne Mesa.
I thought that way. We were walking up to Resident Evil 9's booth. I was like, dude, it's like the zombie horde outside the RPD. Holy crap! But yes. How about you, Cory? What's your experience with Gamescom so far? And right after this, we will get into all of your questions about the demo. This is just it's a longer form podcast. This is very casual, very chill. We're just hanging out with you guys, and just we're going through the whole experience. We're recapping, right? And then there's going to be a lot of demos, so don't worry, it's coming very soon. But I like the where this conversation is going, and we're really recapping the whole thing.
Hell yeah. But, me? My favorite thing was definitely RE9.
Yeah, I would hope so. Yeah. Kronos was pretty good though. But
Kronos was pretty good.
Yeah, but
actually, the two games we played today.
Ground Zero.
Ground Zero, I'm looking forward probably to the most.
Yes, and the other one,
RE9.
the other one looks good too, but I can't remember the name. It's not very much Resident Evil, more like Half-Life, but.
Obviously it left an impression on us.
Yeah, well, it looked good. I just don't remember the name.
It did look really good, and I'm sure it will come back to me.
But Retro Space.
Retro Space. That looks good. That looks good. But
yeah, it looks really good. Running into people that are fans of the channel, and
yes,
you know,
a lot.
There's been a lot.
I didn't know there was that many fans.
Last year,
yeah.
But yeah, it's been a blast, man. Like
yeah,
and because it's so sparse in Gamescom. I'll be interested. Can I even get my steps up on this? Like, did your phone count
miles.
steps?
We've walked miles.
Like my feet were burning after 2 days. It was just like going absolutely crazy. Just a quick one. I think one of my comments got misinterpreted when I was talking about interviews. I wasn't saying that they specifically English. It's because obviously I'm talking to them in English, and quite often, when you speak to someone who's like German, they obviously don't know what you're saying, so it's not actually a great interview. You can't get anything out of it. So that's why I was like, "Oh, do you speak English?" So I can like, I wasn't like, "Oh, German. I'm not talking to you.
I can't speak to German people."
Yeah. So just to clarify.
No, love German people, and you know they do give good interviews. But yeah, for our video, yes, that's good clarification. But yeah, no, my experiences, and now this is my third one, and this is the first time Resident Evil has had a very large presence here. And before, I just came to see all the other upcoming survival horror games like Tormented Souls and just a bunch of other ones that I thought were personally really interesting. So to see now this convention have such a massive Capcom presence, and Resident Evil in particular, to see the arches of the RPD in person to scale, that's my home. That's amazing. And to see all these other Resident Evil fans, and to see so many people coming up to us, and I'm a very like small town, don't have a lot of people in my town that know about nobody knows about the channel, but to see all these people come up and say love your channel, it's been incredibly amazing. And just to see and chat with everybody and get to meet other Resident Evil fans, to get to play the demo, like this has been by far the top Gamescom that I've done, and last year it's hard to top with Shinji Mikami. I mean, come on, that's top tier. But just to see all these Resident Evil fans here, it's been an absolutely incredible experience.
I guess every year, like you've been here, and this is your third time, right? Your third year in a row. So the first year we were hanging out with Benson Mokhtar,
that was amazing.
Yeah, Benson,
the base model of Carlos in the Resident Evil 3 remake, which was a fun conversation. I think he was living here at the time.
I think so too. Yeah,
I think things really just fell in place with regards to meeting him. But then the following year, obviously we met Shinji Mikami, and we were able to show him Charlie's video.
Yes, and see his reaction. Charlie saw that
was so funny for me. Yeah,
that was amazing.
I mean, Mikami-san was like, "It's Charlie!" While looking at the screen. Yeah, that was really fun. Now this year you got to see a new Resident Evil game shown, and
It's hard to
meet
top.
the director, and
It just keeps going up, man.
yeah, next year, like who knows what might happen.
Ooh, we're getting into theory territory, but before we do that, I think it's time to get into this demo, you guys. But we got a ton of support, so let me catch up on the support real quick. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you for the support. By no means do you guys have to do that, but the fact that you do, we really appreciate it. We're going to catch up right now, and then we're going to get into the demo. And then if you have any more support, we appreciate it. We'll come back to it. Wow, that is a lot of support. We got Brandon Salisbury, the director and producer of George A. Romero's Resident Evil. Thank you so much for coming by, and thank you for that $10 super chat, Brandon.
Brandon says, hey, Rose Squad. Great to see some of my favorite people all together. Hey, Alex. Long time no chat. Hope everyone is having fun.
Thanks, man. We appreciate you.
Hello.
We got German Cardenas Jr. with 57 months Alpha Team. Thank you for that long time support on the winning team.
Good afternoon, everyone, from Anaheim, California. I just wanted to say that after seeing the gameplay for RE9, I'm so excited that we're getting another Stalker-type enemy.
Very tense. Very, very tense. We'll get into that.
We'll get into that later, yeah.
Unique Scorpions, 40 months Alpha Team, though. Winning team, thank you for almost 4 years.
Is RE9 actually scary?
I will say, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It got me.
Oh,
One time
100%,
demo.
Yeah, it's got more of that scare factor.
Somebody else when I was playing, squealed and dropped the controller.
People were. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
you know, like I yelled out a few
it took me
times.
back.
That was scarier than the game itself for me, but yeah, I think the game is a close second in this regard.
Yeah.
I must admit, I know you're going to go into this. We're going to go into the experience,
Yeah.
but people doing that, even though it's really good and it was really organic,
Yeah.
really fucking annoying when someone does it behind you.
Well, the guy
Because
that
it
was
kinda
doing it behind
spoils,
you
like-
was just yelling the whole time.
Yeah, there was
That's
this
a
guy who
different-
was like
that was
annoying
different.
his friend, and he was like, like just trying to be a prick, and it's like, oh man, shut up! I'm playing this for the first time like you
Oh my
are.
God, it's a game all the way here. Shut the fuck up.
Fuck out of here!
Dante 151 10 months recruit. Thank you for almost a year of support.
How insane are some of the zombies in RE9?
We don't know
We
that.
haven't seen one yet.
What zombies?
We don't know that. Jason Crosby with a gift of membership. Thank you so much for growing the row. Everybody give it up to Jason.
Thanks,
Let's welcome our
Jason.
new
We got
member.
Jason.
We got Chris Salinas with a very generous $10 super chat. Thank you.
1, has Capcom giving any comment about the game's runtime? Really hope it's a long game.
Good question.
And 2, do you think they will meet their launch date? 3, do you think the game is going back to RE7 style for horror?
Personally, I mean, you might be the best to answer the first one because I never heard anything about the length.
So if Capcom hasn't said anything, then we really don't know the answer.
Yeah.
don't think they
I
have.
personally think it's going to be probably maybe 25% longer than Village if I had to
Really?
kind of like ballpark it. Just
I don't think
call it a
Village was
hunch,
a long game.
right?
Okay.
I don't have any like insider information.
Yeah.
But I mean, between the rumors of like other characters being in the game and the apparent variety of like the levels we can explore, like I think it'll be
A bit longer. 15 hours that would be about around because it took me about 12 hours to finish Village.
I didn't think Village was that long.
Oh, yeah, first time it took us about 12. Remember with the stream cut?
it was.
Yeah, it was almost exactly 12 hours. Yeah, so that would be about 14, 15 hours. If your speculation is true. Yeah. Do you think they'll meet their launch date? Yes, I 100% think they're going to meet their launch date.
Capcom have never not.
Not that I'm
played a game.
Aside from like obviously 1997 with RE 1.5 and RE2.
I'd say their DLC maybe, but that was unplanned.
I don't think they've
Extra.
always been very consistent.
Has Capcom ever delayed a game after announcing a specific release date?
I don't think they have.
I don't think they have.
And if anything, they've moved it up twice.
Yeah, they did. They brought it
So,
closer. I remember that.
Resident Evil 6, they moved that up by like more than a month.
I was working at GameStop for that, and I was like, oh, I guess it's coming out sooner.
Even Resident Evil 5 got moved up by a week in some territories.
Yeah,
In
that's-
Japan and Asia, they moved the release date up a week for some reason. I don't even remember why that was the case. But
They're very punctual.
yeah, but there was
Resident
no
Evil.
release date.
Yeah.
Right? Like technically
Yeah.
they wanted the original Resident
Andy.
Evil 4 to come out in 2004, but
Yeah.
it eventually came out the next month in 2005. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's technically a delay, but it's not like they had a concrete release date in 2004 to begin with.
So long story short, they're very punctual, and they have a good track record. I don't foresee this game getting delayed. No, I think we're all on the same page with that.
Agreed.
Do you think the game is going back to the Resident Evil style of horror? From what I played, I think so.
100%,
I think so.
Yeah.
You think so? It was all on the same page.
Feels very RE7.
Yeah,
It does.
and that's the same director. You know?
Director.
And I've always said that I think Resident Evil 7, for me personally, is a better than Village. Not for they did add a lot to Village that I appreciated: more weapons, more enemies, more personality for Ethan. But as a horror game through and through, I felt like 7 was more in line with Resident Evil. Yeah, so that answers that. Thank you for that. We got Kung Fu Hot Dog with a £5 super chat. Thank you, Kung Fu Hot Dog.
Cory, from your playthrough of the RE9 demo, are any of the combat mechanics similar to The Last of Us?
Where has this come from?
Thoughts about Code Veronica remake?
I keep hearing.
You can't answer it. He said Cory. No, I'm just.
No, but where has this come from? Because maybe I've overlooked something recently in reports, but I feel like this is a rumor that's becoming more and more prevalent as time's going on, that RE9 has borrowed something or been inspired by The Last of Us. I don't know if anybody in the chat can get me up to date, because I have been a tiny bit out of the loop, but I keep seeing this comment and I don't know why. Do you know anything about this, Alex?
Sorry, The Last of Us inspiring Resident Evil in general, or
No,
just...
directly. It's something to do with the combat mechanics. I don't know whether it was an article or something like that. There's been an inference that the combat mechanics have been inspired in RE9 are inspired by The Last of Us.
If that's the case, I don't think I can tell just by playing the demo alone.
No, but from people you've spoken to, general vibes, you're not getting that vibe.
Not through the demo. No, I mean, who knows what the rest of the game has to show?
Yeah. I suppose maybe the glass bottles.
That's the
Glass
That's the only
bottles.
thing I can think of.
Those were, Revelations 2 was the one Resident Evil game that was
And bricks, wasn't it? Was it
heavily
bricks?
inspired by the first Last of Us.
Yeah.
Right, and I think it's
Right.
very obvious to anybody who's played it what those inspirations are. But I guess with Requiem, it's hard to tell. Possibly, but we have to see more of the game before we can conclusively argue that.
There you go.
Is that for me?
Yeah, it's for you.
Finally, some real beer.
Hey, Heineken's all right. It's not near as good as Busch Latte.
Garbage.
But to second thoughts about Code Veronica remake, I think that honestly should have been done before 4 remake, and I love 4 remake. But if they ever announced, and if the rumors are true, and Code Veronica is happening, I think we'd all be very ecstatic. Moving on to Farah and Dash with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Farah. Any mention of a collector's edition? Leon in it. Sorry, Cory. I just kept going.
Yeah, is there any mention of collector's edition? Is Leon in it?
You put him on the spot. Yeah. What is it?
Has Capcom said
I didn't mean like that. But...
No, then we don't know.
Exactly.
We don't know.
That's
we
fair.
don't know.
But I mean, if history is an indication, past history, September, October is when Capcom finally divulges what kind of SKUs they want to release. So I think with Village and I think RE4, I think Tokyo Game Show was the event where they announced all that.
And I didn't think about that until you said it earlier, but you're right. So we're probably going to get the collector's edition announced at Tokyo Game Show.
If not Tokyo Game Show, probably a Resident Evil showcase.
Yes.
It has to be.
Which they've been doing more and more so.
Yeah, I don't ever remember them talking about this sort of thing at Gamescom.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Now, Leon in it, just pure rumor that's on Twitter and all over. Rumors say he is, so we will see, but nothing official. Yeah. Kung Fu Hot Dog with the £2 super chat. Thank you for your support. You're number 3 on our top fans. Thank you.
Will you be uploading the interviews you filmed?
Good job.
Got you.
Yes.
Of course.
Andy filmed a ton of very well done, great questions. Andy, he filmed a ton today, and I'm thinking sometime this Friday or weekend or whenever Andy is able to, we are going to get that out, and it's just going to be a brief highlight of the event as a whole, the setup, the people that we've just talked to. And then, our thoughts, reactions and everything. So I think it's going to be a really cool highlight of the entire trip. Yep. We got Gamer Goop, 49 months, Alpha Team, the winning team. Thank you for over 4 years of support.
Bro Squad kind of thought the Stalker might be Lisa, but now leaning towards it being Alyssa. Can't wait to find out.
Told you. I'm just kidding. That was always my theory.
I thought it was Lisa for a while, but now I'm...
Well, we'll get into that because there's some things to that.
We'll get to it, yeah.
Ingrid the Dwarf, welcome to Rose Squad Recruit. Thank you so much for becoming a member. We appreciate that. Let's all welcome Ingrid the Dwarf to the Rose Squad.
Welcome, Ingrid.
Got Savans with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Savans.
What's your creepiest horror moment in RE games? Mine's $1 from RE8. Do you expect this game to have something to top your moments?
I personally think I don't know if you mean the dollhouse. Are you talking about
Angie,
Donna
yeah.
Beneviento's house?
Angie and the baby, the doll.
I don't know about you guys, but this demo felt very Giant Baby from Village.
Yeah, it's big time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But actually threatening.
Yes.
A lot more threatening.
Yeah, a little bit more gameplay to it than just
True.
it hits you and you're dead. You know what I mean? Like, but it did feel like hide from that thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is like that. Mine is the first liquor scene from the original Resident Evil 2. How about you, Cory?
Mine's the first nemesis. The
Yeah.
scary
Oh,
moment.
that's good. That's good. How about
Oh
you,
my
Alex?
God.
Like scariest moment
And the Resident Evil history.
might be the Jack sequence.
Really?
Hiding from
Okay.
him and
Yep, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That also felt like that.
very similar,
Yeah.
in terms of vibe and yeah.
Yep. How about you, Andy? Scariest moment.
I don't know. Thing is that I don't want to get all like psychological, but I played the first Resident Evil games when I was a kid, and obviously experiencing horror as an adult was slightly different. But if I was going to say what was a horrific thing that I was generally like blown away by was when you got your arm cut off. By what are you laughing about?
Oh yeah, you watch out for those comments that get a little wild.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Corey's mic's on. Mic on.
It's okay.
It was
It should
the
be working.
Mia when Mia changes and she cuts your arm off.
Oh.
I don't think I've ever seen something that visceral
It was
in
pretty
Resident Evil, and it happens to you, and you think I'm dead, but then you're not.
So
you're
2,
walking around
3,
the stump.
7. Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting. 7 did have great moments. If I had to take one from 7, it would be when you're going down the basement and you see Mia climbing up the
yeah.
stairs. You know, that was good. That was good. But no, good question. And we got Chris Salinas with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you guys for answering my question in detail. Love the channel and content. Super excited about RE9. Safe travels coming back home.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate that, man.
Thanks,
And
Chris.
I think we're going to be very thorough tonight. I think as a podcast discussion, us describing it in the best detail we can is kind of what we're trying to do. So we got Randy Martinez with a very generous $10 super chat. Thank you, Randy.
Hey, you guys. Glad y'all played RE9 Requiem. In the future, if RE9 Requiem will have a DLC bonus, what will you really hope they should add besides characters and items?
Great question. Start with you, Andy.
I think we're going to need to see what Resident Evil 9 Requiem is and what the extent of that is, because like separate ways for RE4 remake was like for DLC was I thought was
Agreed.
really in depth, and it was really cost effective. It was
Yes.
like what $10 or something like that.
It was about
Right.
just as long as the Resident Evil 3 remake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great. It's
Longer, if anything.
yeah, I would say so. Yeah, it was crazy work. So yeah, maybe some more fun like maybe some multiplayer. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. The ties to the Outbreak I always find interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe they can do something like that. And we know with REverse to me always felt like a bit of a beta test for something bigger.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Good. How about you, first, actually, before we get into Alex, is our audio balanced? Because on our end, it's coming through great. I just want to make sure. Let us know in the chat. But Alex, what do you think?
I think you need to these two. You have to put it really close.
Oh, you turn it down, really?
No, I just think the gate is so high on this microphone.
Yeah, okay.
You just
Well,
it's not a
normally-
big deal. You just got to put it really close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
I can see the levels, and my one's like peaking, but this one isn't.
Everything's balanced. I did turn you guys up a little bit.
I would want something Alyssa related DLC wise. So that could be a retelling of her experience in Raccoon City, or like her on some mission that's related to what's happening in the game. 'Cause
Yeah.
apparently she's been quite active in
The
the
backstory.
story, in
Yeah.
the backstory over the past few decades. And this is actually something Nakanishi-san was explaining to me when I was talking
Really?
to him. So officially, well, maybe not officially, but his personal stance seems to be that you don't necessarily have to play Outbreak to enjoy Resident Evil Requiem. And he means that in general, right?
Okay.
But that being said, Alyssa, just the way she's been designed, she was designed as a character in Outbreak.
Yeah.
She's a journalist. She investigates things. She's a survivor of Raccoon City. These are all things we know.
Yes.
When coming up with the storyline in the background for the game, Nakanishi-san told me how the team thought that Alyssa was such a cool character and that they really wanted to
I appreciate
try
that.
using
Yeah.
her in that context. And so if she's not actually playable in the game as it exists now in the main game, it would be great to see some kind of a some kind of a DLC that shows her, navigating through some incident.
Yeah, I like that idea a lot, actually. And I do appreciate that they went that route with her. She's got a lot of backstory. She's into some shit, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
How about you, Cory? A DLC?
I mean, if they're not going to be, they're probably not remastering Outbreak, which I would have liked them to do before RE9 comes out, because a lot of the fans don't know who Alyssa is,
Yes.
So if they're not doing that, I want them to include some DLC of her backstory, her previous, maybe retelling
in the new art
retelling
engine?
her old story. Yeah. And filling
That'd
it
be
in between.
interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree with you, though. I think for DLC, just put out that remaster,
Put the whole Outbreak up.
Outbreak 1 and 2 on the PlayStation servers. And obviously not a DLC, but it
won't
would be
happen,
nice
yeah.
to go through that on
love
modern
it.
consoles with the servers, and I think that'd be fantastic. But again, I agree also with Andy that we need to see what the game is first before we can
true.
pick. And I agree with Alex here that it would be nice to see some more of what Alyssa's been up to. We got one more, and then we're going to get into the demo itself. Jimbo Ori with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Jimbo.
How's everyone doing? You're all awesome. Amazing.
Fantastic. We're all doing great. And now we're about to get into our full breakdown of the Resident Evil 9 Requiem demo. So to everybody that's joining, guys, thank you very much. If you enjoyed, hit that like button. We're almost to 600 likes. That is incredible. We appreciate you. To everybody supporting, thank you. We'll come back around to the super chats, but now it's demo time. So we're going to actually be showing a video that is on YouTube. It is the whole demo. It's not the one we played. This is not our footage. This is just on YouTube, and I think it's in first person, but it just kind of starts from the beginning of the demo and takes you through it. But while this is playing, give you a little eye candy. We're going to be giving our thoughts. We're going to be going through our first impressions right now. So I want to start with Andy. We just got to play it earlier today. What are your first impressions? Explain it to everybody.
Yes. Would you want me to give an overview of it? Or
Overview for right now, yes.
Yeah. So it was a 15-minute demo. This was the demo, and Alex, I'm sure will correct me if I'm wrong, but this was the demo that was shown at Summer Game Fest to creators, press, and alike.
That would be correct.
Thank you. Thank you. The internet fact checker has come through. So yes. 15-minute demo. They really did not give a lot of way. It was effectively Grace walking through a hospital, and she is attacked by a large beast. It's very Resident Evil 7. I cannot stress how much
You felt that?
yeah. Huge Resident Evil 7 vibes. And yeah, you was going from point A to point B, a door's locked, a fuse is out, and that was the extent of it. Now, if you didn't finish it within a certain allotted time, it just finished. So, I watched JJ finish the end of it.
I got to the very end and it ended, and I was like, yes.
Yeah, and then, but when I did it, I was just taking it all in, and I did die a couple of times because it was really brutal. It didn't hold back at all. But it was, for what it was, they really didn't give too much away. They didn't give a lot away about any other characters, why Grace is upside down being suspended and she's got blood dripping into a vial or being pumped into her, whichever which way. And yeah, really, really not to go a lot off, but what is really nice is you got a feeling for the game. The crouch mechanic is back from Resident Evil 4 Remake, so that's very different from what we've been used to in other mainline titles. The switch in between third and first person is an unbelievable touch, which I really think Capcom should be more praised for, because I really thought they was either going to go for one or the other, but they've chosen to give the audience the choice. And I'm sure actually there is an option for contextual angles, so you can play first and third depending on what the game requires you of. I don't know whether that was just not explained to me correctly, but I think I saw a text that said the game will kind of make that choice for you, between first and third person.
I feel like it does for the cutscenes. Yeah. So at the very beginning, I chose third person, but at the very beginning, you were in first person when the game started. In cutscenes, you were in first person, and then it pulled out to third person once the game started. So I think that might be.
I think that's what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So So overall,
So it's the room is the room that you actually went into to do this close demo. You couldn't take any photographs of, even though kind of did. You weren't allowed to record anything. It was they were very, very strict on it. But they had very big monitors, and you was very, very close to them. So I did find myself having to like stand a bit back. It was a very dark game as well, so I don't know whether that was something to do with the television settings. Yeah. It was running on a PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
I think it was a PlayStation 5 Pro. It felt like it was at 60 frames a second.
Yeah, it did.
It felt very smooth. There wasn't any bugs or anything like that. It felt very polished.
I had one with the camera, but it was really, really minor, and it just wonked around a second, and then it was done. I was like, still obviously not done.
So I actually didn't get to the end, so I don't know like what happens on like the last. Yeah, you might have to tell.
We can explain it.
Yeah,
we can go through and recap, and people can see it right now.
But
somebody else playing.
Overall, though, for what they showed, I'm very happy that they've gone back to like horror, like that. Resident Evil 4 was always going to be what it was going to be, just because of what the original Resident Evil 4 was.
Yeah.
Right. But it's really nice to have that real visceral horror experience in Resident Evil once again, and a lot of the mechanics coming back, really taking what they've learned in the RE engine and polishing it, perfecting it. I mean, how long's the RE engine been going for now? 2017?
Since Resident Evil 7 back in 2017. So they were developing that game back in 2014. So, yeah.
So it's been a long time. It's been a long time on one. I mean, the MT Framework engine they used for felt like 15, 16 years. Yeah. So, yeah, very polished engine. It's a very good looking game. I think the RE engine is now quite identifiable. Like, you know, when you can look at a game and think that's running on the RE engine.
Yes. Yeah.
Same with the Unreal engine, Unity engine. They all have that look, and that definitely has it. But yeah, overall, they didn't give away too much. Didn't give away too much of the story. But I was very, very happy from what I saw.
That's good. Good. Yeah. Well said. How about you, Alex? So your first overall initial thoughts, first hands-on impressions with the demo of Resident Evil 9.
Yeah, I loved it. So I had seen the demo at Summer Game Fest, but this was not I couldn't play the demo myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it definitely feels like playing Resident Evil 7 again. I guess the biggest difference is rather than there's no defense like blocking
Good point.
mechanic, but we do have the crouching system that I think it was used in Resident Evil 4 Remake previously, right? I think that seems to have replaced the blocking mechanic, but otherwise it felt very similar, especially in first person. Very similar vibes, very dark game as well.
Very dark.
And that is obviously very intentional with the relation to the enemy that we see in the game.
Yes.
But yeah, very polished visuals. I thought the level design was very attractive too.
It was.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I think they have that solid Resident Evil gameplay where you have to find items and move things around. And if you're very much well versed in that kind of gameplay, it should feel very familiar.
And
so what I did, and I don't know if anybody else did this, but I intentionally switched camera angles throughout the 17-minute demo.
I did like 10 times.
So, like,
did you have to go into the menu, or could you do it on
yes,
the fly? Oh, right.
Go into options. It's kind of an unassuming like menu option. It's like changing the brightness almost. You just select an option and then you back out of the menu.
Yeah,
and it's there. They don't really play it up. They don't make it like instantly changeable, like with the press of a button. You really have to go into the menu,
reset it,
right?
But not the game, but just the camera.
And I really wanted to see, like, okay, well, does this game feel better in one mode versus the other? Does it feel unnatural in one versus the other? And I would say, in the context again of this narrow, claustrophobic, dark kind of level design, that because it's quite similar to Resident Evil 7, like I did prefer first person, but that's not really a technical assessment per se, right? It's more just like, well, in this kind of level, I think first person makes a lot of sense in terms of establishing the mood. But like, if you switch it to third person, like it feels perfectly natural. Like to me, it doesn't seem like they're compromising the game at all, or they're. It's not like Village. Like Village was really criticized. The Gold Edition was criticized because people didn't feel like the third person mode was a natural inclusion, which is a fair criticism. But I think in this game, even in this kind of like claustrophobic level, like the third person like looks and feels great.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember really like a lot of the stage design in the 2 or 3 remakes being this narrow, right? Like I always thought they were a little bit wider, at least how I remember them.
Because I did play in third person for my entire playthrough. I will say that it is very reminiscent of like 2's RPD hallways on the second floor.
Yeah.
It was very
great
very
fucking
similar.
But even more narrow feeling, right?
Yeah. In third person it looked about the same.
It felt like a claustrophobic Resident Evil, which it's just it was
classic
good.
Resident Evil.
It was really good. It was a shame that it is so short, and I appreciate why it's such a short demo.
Yeah.
But I wanted to play more. I genuinely wanted to play more.
How much time did you get with it? Because I think we got about 15, 20 minutes.
The demo was 17 minutes long.
It was 17
officially,
minutes. Okay.
yes.
All right. Yeah. So anything else you would like to add to that? I think you touched on a few things that I do want to bring up as well. Yep.
I was also reminded of Revelations in some ways.
Oh, that's interesting.
I can't quite put my thumb on it, but I think it might have been like the hallway design, if that makes sense.
Thinking back to Revelations and
Like
the ship.
the
maybe?
ship
Yeah.
and kind of like the hallways kind of like branch off in different directions, and they're you got to try to open each door.
It was a very to me. I can see where you're making that comparison, but to me it just felt very much like a really well thought out kind of puzzle. Not just the puzzles in the game, but the puzzle of the layout. You have to go here, this thing comes down here, you have to go over here. I had a little bit of backstory going into it because I did watch some gameplay footage, so I knew like when it comes down here, you go over here. Once you get it, it's very linear. But when you first play it and you don't have that context, it seems very open, and you're like, I don't know where to go. But as far as Revelations, yeah, I could see that, but I could also see like just very typical Resident Evil map design, just well thought out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, now to Cory.
Oh no! For that first and third person conversation here, I was switching back and forth a lot.
Yeah.
I prefer the looks of the third person, but I feel like in first person it was a lot easier to escape from the pursuer.
Interesting.
Because I died 3 times on third person, not knowing to turn around and go back through that door. It was so dark, and I could see my reflection in those screens, so it was really hard to see.
Yeah.
And every time that happened, I died 3 times in a row, and then I switched to first person, turned around,
And you got through
instantly without getting hit once.
Yeah. I mean, to that, I did
a little bit of difference there, I think.
Yeah, realize that like there is a difference in gameplay. If you're in third person, she stumbles around, falls a lot. I remember you're like, get the fuck up, Grace. Rose. Grace, what are you doing? Get up. But at first you don't have that. I didn't play in first. I only see the footage, and we're watching it right now. But you don't have that, so there is a difference.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But you can carry on.
No, I mean that was about it with all I had to say with that. But
yeah,
it was a lot more difficult than I thought it would be too. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah, it was tough.
It was tough. I didn't get nearly as far as you did, but
yeah.
It was good though.
Overall, did you enjoy it? Where would you compare it with other Resident Evil games you played, and what does it feel like?
I mean, it's definitely the most beautiful looking, the most graphically
impressive.
Thank you. The atmosphere and the horror that they set, the suspense, is just on another level.
Yeah.
I literally screamed at least once or twice, and
I've heard you guys scream.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. You enjoyed it overall. You're excited with where they're going with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to see more, but obviously, but the gameplay was good.
What you got there? Did you see something you?
Yeah. He was attacking race.
Yeah.
Perspective shifted. Like this looks great to me. Like right now we're looking at.
Oh yeah, they're in third person right now. So yeah. So okay.
The looks are better on third person.
I went into this with watching that footage that I made a video on, but I did not play it myself. And I said as soon as I play it, I'll put out my thoughts. And playing it, I went right to third person, and the game does tell you it's intended for first person. You can do it if you want to, and it did feel far better than Resident Evil Village's third person, which I thought was fine, but this is better. It does pull into first person whenever something is happening, and it's crazy because fixed camera angles are my favorite. I think the modernization of Resident Evil should go third person, but I never had a problem with first person. I really did enjoy it, and I felt like it was very immersive. So that's where I differ from a lot of Resident Evil fans is I do like first person, but I went third person, and it felt gameplay wise, it felt fine. It was very claustrophobic. It was very dark, and I think that was intentional. But I played so many horror games where you can crank up the brightness, and this one felt dark and it felt good. Like, I don't want to be able to see into a room that I'm not intentionally supposed to be in yet. I want to not see. I want to not know what's in there. And this had blacks. Like, this was dark.
I got
Yeah, it was
stuck in a
dark as
corner at one point.
Yeah.
It was so dark. I
Yeah.
couldn't, find the way
A
out.
little too dark on those monitors. It
Just
balanced
the
a little bit
monitors,
better,
obviously, but-
it did enhance that fear aspect, right? So when I'm going through this place, the first thing I realize is, damn, these graphics are good, dude. You can see all the little details. It's cleaned up. It's your classic Resident Evil look, like you said with the RE engine. You recognize it, but it's just so nice. It's so like you just want to look at everything. And they've always done that. Even 7, if you go back to that now, 2017, that game still holds up. That RE engine is
beautiful
great.
game.
You might want to get an OLED TV if you don't have one yet.
Yeah.
Based on how this game looks. Like,
If you play on not OLED, it still looks good. But if you play on OLED, I'm sure it looks
those
amazing.
blacks will probably like be a lot more realistic.
Oh yeah, but the gameplay mechanics, it felt very smooth. It flowed very well. It was heavy, and that's the thing is, it felt heavy like Resident Evil 2 remake. And when I say heavy, that's not a bad thing. That's real, like a realistic. Grace is kind of moving around, kind of sluggish. She's scared. You get bumping into a few things here and there. You got your very classic Resident Evil layout where you got the fuse is out, so I got to replace the fuse. Well, I got to go do this, and I got to find that to get this, and then I got to go do this to get that. I got to get heat. You know what I mean? And it was, but the thing with this demo, it's really hard to gauge how the full game is going to be because I feel like this is a very brief snippet of a very tense pursuer character. So I've seen a lot of people saying, "Is it like Alien Isolation?" This demo is 100%. Do I think that's how the whole game is going to be? I don't think so. I think this demo is too difficult to gauge how the game is going to be based off of this, but it did set a tone, a very tense tone, and it felt very much like, Alien Isolation, Outlast, or just Nemesis when you first meet him and you're like, I got to get the fuck out of here because this thing's following me.
Yeah.
It was slowed down a lot more, right? There's a lot more sneaking. If you don't like sneaking, I still think you might enjoy this game because we don't know what it's going to be, and I don't think it's going to be like this the whole way through. I don't think they would ever do that, but they've done these elements in Resident Evil 7 and countless other
Ashley
Resident Evil
segment.
games. Yeah. So like I wouldn't gauge the whole game based off of this, but no, the creature was terrifying. It had very large feet that were like like goat feet, but it was just its feet that were wrapped up. It was scary. It was scary, and I never really knew where it was because I always kept turning my lighter off because I was like, it doesn't see, but maybe it can see light.
That's what I thought too.
But no, it was brutal. It's just like the footage you're watching, but wait, that's not the footage. Son of a biscuit.
that's the trailer.
That's a new trailer, but yeah, it was very. It just felt smooth. It looked great. A lot of people asked about the music. I actually didn't personally hear any music. It was all atmosphere.
The sound was really good. I didn't hear the
Sound was
music
really good,
though.
but I didn't hear any music at all.
I only can recall the title screen
Yes.
having like background music, but I don't think the actual demo really had music until the Stalker enemy shows up, and I think there might have been
Then it
some
was-
kind
yeah.
of a
like
what's
a
the word in
score.
English? Like background music.
Yeah,
right?
a score that
Like,
ramps up.
yeah.
Yeah, just for that
atmospheric.
moment. Yeah,
There's a word for it in English that I just cannot remember for the life of me.
I think it's score. Like it ramps up to the video. It's not there to be music or background.
with
It's
it.
It's more like a sound effect.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
a
okay.
drumming kind
Score.
of.
Yeah. But not like that classic Resident Evil music. But if I could compare it to any game, I would say this felt very much like the Resident Evil Village baby section, just way more fleshed out and very heavy Resident Evil 7 vibes. It's hard because I'm going to play it in third person, but I feel like I would like to play it in first person. But overall, I enjoyed it. If this was a full game, I would absolutely not because I don't like being pursued with no combat. But I know this is just a small chunk. And from what I played, I'm glad I did. I enjoyed it, and I think it sets the tone really well.
Did you end up using the bottle at all for your
I
advantage?
didn't even get it.
I threw it at the head a couple times somewhere, but
I
didn't
threw
get it.
it in vain.
Did you?
At least,
Yeah.
from what I could tell, it wasn't doing anything.
So was she?
I think you
Is she
can
blind?
throw it like just down a different hall, so it goes in that direction.
I thought that's what you were supposed to do.
Yeah, you don't attack it with.
I thought you threw it to like distract her, but was she blind then?
I think she's like half blind, like in the light effect.
I feel like the light kind of drew her in a little bit, but she can't see.
But once she gets in the light, she goes away. That's why you go to that light.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a really cool effect, by the way. When she like steps into the light, her face like just starts melting, and
Yeah.
it's a really
That was pretty
horrific.
cool.
Like one thing Resident Evil has always done really well is that kind of, especially like the early Resident Evil games, like Resident Evil 2. Like I can't even explain it. Like body horror, eye horror, like eyeballs everywhere type
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
and that it actually reminded me of that a lot.
Well, To that though, I thought it was cool that when she got into, and that was supposed to be under NDA. That footage was not supposed to be shown, but it's out there now. You can see it.
Yeah.
But when she goes into the light, she does melt. That's fine, but I don't want her to melt into a puddle and then come back. That would be so stupid.
Yeah. That'd be.
I wouldn't like that.
Yeah. Especially like T2, but
yeah, she's not that though. You know?
Yeah.
But no, like just trying to think of anything else that stood out in the demo is take your time. If you rush that, you're done.
Yeah.
You have to take your time, and it is very. I think I finished it on danger, and I used both my health and my herb.
you get 2 healths. I didn't get the second one.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's actually a great point to bring up. So, the herbs are like injectable now.
So the weird thing is, I did take the injector, the new first aid spray, and she injected it. When I took the herb, she injected that as well.
Yeah.
Which was odd. I think that's just their animation for healing up. But she injects it.
Yeah, so that's new. We've never had that before.
But as far as items, I know there's going to be weapons, just not in the demo. There was an empty ink ribbon case. There was a screwdriver that opened a lock for a fuse that you had to then grab. There was a key, a very nice looking door.
The angel door.
Yeah. What do you guys think about the location? What do you think about the sanitarium?
Beautiful.
Yeah, sorry, was it? Yeah, it was
Classic.
sanitarium, wasn't it?
Yeah. What do you think about it?
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a quality location, very well. Like mise en scene was really good. It looked fantastic. It looked like a traditional horror film. So
Okay.
No, I'm good. Oh,
He's good. Okay, good.
cool,
Yeah. But no, how about you, Alex? What do you think about the sanitarium?
Looking good so far.
Yeah.
It is a bit different than the typical Resident Evil.
Because it's not like moldy and dirty. It's actually really well maintained.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, how do you describe it? Like there hasn't been like a mass outbreak, at least from what we can tell.
Yes.
Right. It's just kind of isolated to this specific location.
To that, I think the horror is more told through the atmosphere, the visuals, the nighttime.
The fact there's no
the
power
lighting,
and
no power.
the
Yeah, but
lights
it's not the
flickering.
building itself, because the building looks very nice.
Yeah.
Which is interesting that you bring that up, because 7 was very moldy, right?
Yeah, that was like, years of decay
Yes.
and dilapidation.
But this is very different,
Whereas
very
this-
pristine.
Like this hospital must have been like used normally up until pretty recently, right?
Yes, they're still doing things here.
My theory is that there's some laboratory underneath it where they keep monsters.
always.
Like I
Always.
just can't help it.
Yeah.
Like
Always.
Of course
Obviously,
it is.
Grace was being experimented on because there was a note next to next to her bed, and it said, "Oh, administered this drug, monitoring, etc." So somebody has put her there to monitor her.
So were they giving her blood or draining her blood?
I couldn't. I've not gone back and watched it. I know the footage has obviously come out, which is what we're using now. I didn't have a chance to like.
I thought they were draining.
I think they
her
were
Yeah, I thought
draining
they were
her
draining
blood.
it,
She
yeah.
lost a lot of blood. Yeah.
Man, how fucked up would it be if they were using Grace's blood to feed that monster?
Oh, to keep that thing going. That's an interesting take, because I felt like that thing was. I personally, I do feel like that. We can touch onto it now, but I think that monster is Alyssa. I've always had this theory, but now that I see the hair, it almost confirms it. But I thought they were draining her blood because that was a failed attempt at whatever they were trying to do. And Grace has a purified version of the daylight vaccine that. Drink.
Whoopsies.
It turned into the after party, baby. But I feel like she was a failed attempt, and that's why they're trying to take Grace's blood. But to feed the beast is actually really interesting.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
Real quick before we get into the questions, because we have a ton of questions, and that's probably going to be a long conversation. But thoughts on the new boss creature that stalks you?
It was really good. Really enjoyed the sequencing. I just think it's another Stalker, and I know it's become a bit of a trait of modern Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Like it's like another convention that is now used in modern Resident Evil. It just has to have a Stalker type enemy, and I'm not a massive fan because to me it artificially rushes you through sequences, which is why I'm not a fan of it. But
Village didn't have one of those pursuing stalkers.
Dimitrescu.
Dimitrescu.
short period of time. Yeah, true.
Oh,
And
yeah.
before that was the
The Big
Baker.
Baby,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then
okay.
Mr. X.
Fair enough. Good point.
All the new remakes have had a Stalker in it.
So, but
Yeah.
it's not
pretty sure.
necessarily a bad thing because it is very well done. It's very well designed.
Or did
Menendez.
separate ways.
Oh, Separate Ways had.
Yes, it was very well. And what's his name? Big Cheese in the main
Big
camp.
Cheese.
Yeah.
He didn't really.
For like a
He
little
did
bit.
stalk
Yeah,
you, yeah.
Menendez.
It wasn't
Menendez.
Won that one
Yeah.
section.
But that was also in separate ways, right?
Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
Right.
But yes, I'm not necessarily saying it's a negative. It's just
Yeah. It's,
Well, the chat agrees with you. It's
just
just
a
I'm
lot.
starting to
It's
get
a lot.
old.
yeah, it's another stalker.
it's been working though. I mean, I get why they're doing it, and you know,
It worked so well with
it's
Axe.
been working so much.
And Nemesis in the original,
Axe,
that they would like to
Nemesis.
recapture that. But the thing is, it can't just be for a small section. That should be throughout the game and in specific areas. And it shouldn't be a run and hide with no combat. It should be like with Nemesis. You could fight him and get unlockables for your weapons. X, nothing really. Just he gets kind of annoying, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like I can see why they do keep that around.
Yeah.
How about you, Alex? Your thoughts on that? Who it could be? Some people say Lisa Trevor. I think Alyssa.
I can't imagine it's Lisa Trevor. That would be a shark jumping moment
Yes.
for me. Alyssa, like, let's be real. I mean, assuming there's no like red herring or like intentional diversion from the true story. Like, if she died in that hospital, as I think was it a hotel or the hospital that she died in? I can't remember.
That was the Renwood Hotel. And I don't know if she died there, but in that video we got.
Well, yeah, like when there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
This is a female stalker creature.
She actually does look like Alyssa as well. Like she has
Yeah, she's
like
got that
similar-
beautiful facial expression and features that we've seen. Very beautiful. Looks just
Yeah,
No, I
that's-
can't explain
I
it.
get what you're
Obviously, it doesn't look like Alyssa, but you're like, I can see
my
how
money-
that could be. Yeah.
My money's on Alyssa.
Agreed.
As tragic as that would be.
Yeah. Yeah, Cora, what are you? Is there anything you want to add to that stalker creature? That's kind of like the big kind of talk right now. Is
All I got to say about it is that it was really a lot harder than I thought it would be.
Oh yeah, it was tough.
Like, I want to talk about that. I think it's Alyssa. I used to think it was Lisa Trevor. I thought it was also the liquor, the Regis liquor from Outbreak,
Yeah,
which
that
is
was
in
right.
Alyssa's campaign, I'm pretty sure, or one of the
Yeah, that was in flashback. Or no, that was in,
one of hers.
Not flashback. That was the one where they went through the
Hellfire.
hotel, the Applewood.
Hellfire.
Hellfire.
Yeah, Hellfire, but
I think it's just a
you know.
it's either a new thing or it's Alyssa.
it's either a new thing or Alyssa. I agree with.
Some people pointed out that in the gameplay showcase there were very clear sounds of Lisa Trevor, and you know what? I heard them. I heard them when I played the demo at the very end. When you get through,
The
she
Moans?
screeches.
Yeah. Rawr,
She screeches.
rawr.
It's
Yeah.
the same exact sounds. Now, do I think because it's the same sounds, it's Lisa Trevor? No. But I did hear it. It was 100. I can.
I think it's a
confirm
curveball that they're throwing
the
to
sound effects were
engagement baiting.
Lisa Trevor, 100%.
Remember in Resident Evil 7
Yeah.
when they in the keypad puzzle they borrowed
Bleep, bleep, bleep.
sound
Yep.
effects from I guess it would have been RE3 where it originated, but they were also used in Outbreak.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I know the keypad was in that
yes,
too.
of
The
course.
bling bling bling. Yeah. But yeah, they use other sound effects. And somebody had mentioned somewhere too that it might have been a little bit of 4. I think that was you. There was a sound effect that sounded like a creature from 4, or maybe that was somebody else. But yeah, it did have Lisa. I will say for sure, it did have Lisa Trevor sounds.
But I mean, like they could reuse sounds anyway instead of making. I mean, they already have them. They're their assets, you know. Like
They have a sound library. Like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
just
yeah.
as a matter of fact, like
right.
like they reuse like the crow sound. Like if you play
Yes.
RE4
Yeah,
remake, there's like this
yeah.
one part where you hear the same crow they've been
But
using
the crow
since
is a
1996, right?
The crow. So at least in that defense, the counter to that would be, yeah, they reuse the crow, but the crow is always a crow.
Yeah, so that means Lisa's sound effects always Lisa.
So it's a Lisa.
I mean, screaming.
Kind
Kinda.
Is that what it was, right? That's Lisa moan?
No, she screeched. It was a screech.
Screeching,
the-
squealing.
Yeah, it's. No,
Sometimes you don't want to remake perfection.
That's
Yeah,
right. It
true,
was
true.
that, yeah.
Yeah, it was that shriek is what it was. It was a shriek. Yeah,
Capcom's not above putting Easter eggs in their games,
that's true. That's true.
and in the most subtle ways. So it wouldn't surprise me if that's really what that was. I really doubt it's. I mean, what other like cameo or reused assets have they done, right? Like,
oh yeah, the zombies in 2 and 3, the areas from 2 and 3.
Clock Tower. I think.
2 and 3.
I think Clock Tower used a lot of assets from
like,
RE4.
remember Mercenaries in the original Resident Evil 3? Like, if you get to the end, there's that character who's like turning around.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
down.
it
like
was
that's I think that was Chief Iron
Yeah. Oh, Chief
Iron,
animation
sorry.
being reused, right?
Yeah, handing over the money.
Sheep in the mirror
Oh, the
daughter.
lady hands over the money.
Mirror daughter, wasn't it?
Yeah, Catherine
Elizabeth
Warren.
Catherine Warren. I was
Yeah.
Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah.
Wow. Yikes. Yeah, like these things happen all the time. I mean, I imagine this one might be a little more intentional than usual, but I wouldn't overread it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so I guess anything that you guys want to bring up about our impressions of the demo before we get into the questions, and we do have a lot of questions that I think we're going to, when we get through these questions, we're going to get through everything that everybody wants to know, at least of what we know. So anything you want to add to your first playthrough of the demo and your thoughts?
No, I mean, I'd like to start going through the questions, because there are a lot of misconceptions and stuff that at this stage is going to be so hard to gauge, but it's going to be exciting. What is really, really good, guys, look, we have got over 900 people.
Thank you for coming by.
Watching us just talk about Resident Evil 9.
I like
so
that.
What does that tell you? That articulates that there is such interest.
I was going to say that tells me we
Requiem.
need to bring back the Rope podcast. That's what I thought this was.
We
Damn
always-
it, they like hearing talking. I'm so happy.
Well, we certainly can. We certainly can. Like, just the fact, again, obviously, Alex primarily lives in Japan. I live in the UK. You guys live in the United States. We're here in Germany not obviously just to check this out, but to cover this content.
Let's just check this out, 100%.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
But this shows you the hype of Resident Evil 9.
Yes.
It's unbelievable, and I'm so happy that over 900 people are here to shoot the shit with us, because as much as I said before we went live, as much as it's really important that you hear from us, we really want to hear from you.
Yes.
Your opinion is just as important as anybody else's.
Yes. Yeah, well said. How about you? Anything else you want to add to this before we get into the viewer questions? The community questions?
Dino Crisis sucks. Man,
Had to do that to John Muncher.
well, I was trying to think of an actual serious answer to that.
Bad influence over there.
God, I just love the really subtle like similarities to past Nakanishi directed Resident Evil games.
Fair. Yeah, it's good.
We got a screwdriver again. That was a Revelations.
I didn't get bolt cutters,
thing.
but I'm sure it'll be in the game.
The fuse,
Yep.
obviously an RE7 staple. Like, if I had to guess, this probably is going to have a lot of homages, like
Yes.
really subtle ones that if you've been following this franchise for 30 years, like many people have.
You'll appreciate.
Yeah, that's my bet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Bring over that care package. Corey, anything you have left to add?
Oh, nice.
Nothing off the top of my head right now, to be honest. Do you have anything left to add?
Yes, I do. I think that this demo, when it's released to the public, I think it is going to be one of those really fun ones that people are just going to tear apart.
Like a dummy finger
I
one?
don't think it's going to be
Kitchen?
absolutely. If I had to rank Resident Evil demos, it is not my favorite. I feel like the Resident Evil 7 demo with the dummy finger and
kitchen demo
all
or
the
whatever?
theories and things people found is the top, and nothing can top it. This will not top it. But I do think that it will be fun to go through and just break down every corner, nook, and cranny and read all the documents. I was trying to look at pictures, but I didn't have time.
We had
I
to
was
go
trying
quick, man.
Yeah, like there's things with words, there's notes with words on them, and I think it'll be fun to just pull apart. And I think people will spend hours in a 15-minute demo pulling it apart. I think it'll be fun. But it will not be as fun as Resident Evil 7's demo. That was the best, dude. That was one of the highlights of doing YouTube content and watching videos of that time.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So yeah, that kind of wraps up our thoughts on it. I'm gonna read the super chats, and then I'm
Let's
gonna
do
get
it
into the
quick.
viewer questions. But I just want to say, while I do this, Andy is actually, I think you're gonna show them what we got in our
Do you
care
want to put
package.
it on the big screen?
What do you mean? Oh, yeah.
Just
yeah.
so you can like
Yep, yep.
see what's
Oh,
going
okay,
on.
yep, good call.
So obviously, once you've finished Resident Evil Requiem, you were given a nice little care package from Capcom on the way out. So just gonna quickly put this down.
And I'm gonna read while you're pulling that stuff out.
Yeah.
We have a lot of support. Thank you guys so much. We got Raymond Ramos with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Raymond.
if it's like RE7, then this game is Doom. RE7 was a bad game, not Resident Evil. Just another horror game. You killed the hype when you said RE7.
Just being honest and teach his own.
Almost 16 million copies sold at this point after almost 9 years, right?
Valid.
One of the best selling Resident Evil games.
Just
of all time.
saying.
Valid.
Very
valid.
I guess my point is, if Resident Evil 7 wasn't your cup of tea, that is totally fine. And if it feels like Resident Evil 7 and that kills your hype, I'm sorry. That's what it is. But I totally understand both perspectives. I personally enjoyed Resident Evil 7, but if that's not your type of Resident Evil, we'll see what comes in the next coming months. It might change that around, but as of right now, it feels like Resident Evil 7 and a bit like Village.
It feels like a mix of both. It does.
Yeah.
Like
And
I think
that's
I'm
just what it is.
I think I'm gonna like this more than 7.
Yeah.
Like there were some things in 7 I didn't like either. But 7 overall was
not
good.
a perfect game. Yeah.
I think RE7 was just necessary.
It was at the time.
We
needed that at the
That's a
time.
good way to put it. It was very
I
necessary.
may have dropped out of the franchise. Well, maybe not
I did.
entirely.
I did. I
but,
dropped
I
out.
think after RE6, I was just like,
Yeah, I remember
It's
making.
not my Resident Evil anymore after
they,
that.
they don't know what they're doing, huh? And
I remember making a video in 2012 saying, "Is Resident Evil dead?" Like,
Yeah.
I
because-
had the same concerns. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But at the same time, to counter that, there are people that really liked Resident Evil 6. So that's why I'm saying with you with 7, that's if that's killed your hype, I'd still say wait till we see more. But that's fair. That's fair. Sonic 1775 with an incredibly generous $20 super chat. Our first dart on the board. Thank you,
Hell yeah.
Sonic. I don't know where to point.
Over there.
Thank you, Sonic, for that. Everybody in the chat, give it up to Sonic. Let's welcome. Or I'm sorry.
No, you're off
We're
here.
not- it's not member-
Sonic says, counting down the days for this masterpiece.
Hell yeah, it's coming soon.
We all are, what is it, 160 some days now?
I think it's less than that.
And then, is it?
I don't do math.
I saw the other day.
I'm not Rayman.
It was like 172 the other day. I saw it on Instagram.
Okay, so maybe you're right. We got Armando Navarro with 45 months recruit. Thank you for almost 4 years.
Capcom also sticking to first-person shooters for future VR. First-person shooters for future VR support.
I always read FPS as first
What's
person
FPS?
shooters too. Yeah, first person.
Yeah, it is. I think they mean first.
But they mean first person
yeah.
perspective. Yeah.
that makes sense.
nothing's been announced yet, or nothing has been announced at all with regards to VR support. I actually did ask this, and the answer was, well, yeah, we have nothing to announce. Basically,
That hurts. I love VR.
it wasn't. No, it's absolutely not happening. Like it was more of a just like no, like it's not in the game.
Do they normally know beforehand if they're going to do the VR? Or is that normally
After the fact.
Uh,
I just don't get why they would do it and then just stop doing it. That upsets me.
Or
A
like
little
maybe-
bit it upsets me.
If I had to guess, this is probably another Village situation where they want to just get the game out. Because the PlayStation VR and the PlayStation VR 2, like the sales have been absolutely underwhelming, but it's still obviously a gigantic investment to have that
Yes.
mode in the game, and it makes no sense for them to delay this game yet another year or however long it takes just to have the VR mode at launch.
Fair.
I would imagine they're gonna do it someday, but they have not said anything about that.
Long time in development. You had all the time in the goddamn world. I want.
Yeah. Give me everything.
Perpetually Jacob with a €2. Thank you, Perpetually Jacob, for your support.
Do y'all think the BSAA is hunting Alyssa using BOWs? I'm trying to figure out who's hunting Alyssa as well. Like, you know?
Yeah.
I think because they even said that they're going to go back to the roots and they're going to uncover. Basically, they're uncovering what Umbrella has done, which is interesting. But at the same time, in the Resident Evil 4 remake, they didn't explicitly say that Umbrella is done. That was the one thing that I thought was odd about that intro is they did not say that Umbrella
Didn't
has...
they kind of hint at it towards the end there?
I
Like,
think in the timeline, yes, it has, but
That they're still around?
personally, I think it's got to do more with classic Resident Evil and Umbrella and what they were up to.
I think so too.
Personally.
I think so too. I mean, Alyssa was around during the downfall of Umbrella, and
Yeah,
she was probably half responsible for the journalism, and you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, you get him with those shady people. Shit's
Yeah.
gonna happen, you know.
Look at Ben Bertolucci.
Yeah, he
tried to uncover it too.
He didn't do too well. No. Christopher Robin with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Christopher, for your support.
Makes no sense for it to be Lisa. How did she make her way from the mansion to the hotel? She is mysteriously larger? I thought her face detached from Skull.
I don't think it's Alyssa.
She
Or, I'm sorry, I don't think it's Lisa.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
Remember how Ustanak got around?
Through it.
Oh yeah, right through it.
Yeah, through everything.
They took her in a helicopter.
Oh,
Obviously.
okay.
or whatever the
Oh
fuck.
yeah, my bad. I forgot.
Yeah.
I don't remember a whole lot
Airplanes.
of
I don't
Resident
think,
Evil 6.
yeah, I don't-
I just know he went through everything. It's like Nemesis 10.0. But anywho, thank you guys for the support. Now we are going to get into the viewer questions. Andy, I think you really want to show off what you got here.
Yeah.
Show that. I got to use the bathroom, and then we're getting into questions.
That was my fault. It was a bit of an ask about face way of showing it off. But yes, basically, after you finished the demo, they gave you a little goodie bag, which is very kind of them. It says Resident Evil Requiem on it. Lovely jubbly. And only a couple of gifts in this one. Like some of them have been really elaborate. Some of the packages that we've got from like Kronos and even the Resident Evil Survival Unit. We'll get that out in a minute. That was quite interesting. But you get a postcard with Resident Evil Requiem on it. The official, is that the official poster? The official marketing material? Is. Yep. And then you've got, I've not even opened this yet. A COB torch. Oh, so this is probably...
By torch, they mean like what Americans call flashlights.
Yeah. A torch, Alex.
You Brits.
Brits. You crazy Europeans.
Indeed. It's the little torch that Grace has in the game. Very, very cool. And there's a bigger poster. I've not even opened this up.
It's the same poster, is it not?
It's the Raccoon City
Oh, is it?
Oh,
RPD.
Yeah, let's have
I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, there you go. I'm going to put this
I thought it
down.
was the same picture Grace.
I forgot to bring mine to my chat with Nakanishi-san. I
Oh,
really wanted him to sign it.
That would have been awesome, yeah.
That's cool as hell. It's very minimalist as well.
That is a vibe, all right.
Yeah, very, very minimalist. But again, it's only small, and they've probably got fucking thousands of these that they've done over the course of this week. But yeah, very, very, very intimate experience, very special experience at Gamescom. It was just worth it just to be there to see that set. To be honest, it was really special. But yeah, let's start going through some of these
I want
questions.
that set for our future podcast. I want to be able to sit outside of that set.
We should message
I want
them.
that set at the Row Studio,
Like-
and I want to take that massive banner and put it on the outside of the Row Studio. All right, moving on.
Like, imagine, like, I don't want to get like too silly or political or anything, but like, imagine how much of this just goes into a landfill after this.
90%.
They got
Like,
PAX
all of
West,
these-
then yes.
Yeah, like all of these cool like display units and everything. I'm hoping that it gets like someone gets use out of it rather than it just goes straight in the bin, you know.
Yeah, transporting is not cheap. But thank you guys so much for almost 750 likes. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Once we hit that 750, I'll gift out another 5 Row Squad members. And I just realized this is Germany, so I can't, but I will gift out 5 in the first stream when we return, plus the 5 from the previous stream. So thank you guys. All right, let's get through these questions. We got Sunny. If you can please confirm Leon and others in the game. No, we have Grace. And from what we've seen from videos, we have Alyssa. We have a new guy, an older guy with white hair, and he's choked out by a guy with a really pasty white crooked face.
Did you want to put on the other?
Oh, yes, I do.
Just so it's a bit more fun.
Yeah, you have the hotel owner, the guy that chokes him out.
Yeah, but no. Can't confirm anybody else at the moment. We got Mario Rickman. Do you think the monster is Grace's mother? And I think we did kind of all go over this, and we're all kind of on the same page that we do think that is Alyssa Ashcroft.
98% sure. In my head. Okay.
Gino says, is Leon in the game? According to rumors, yes. He is 100% in the game, and according to factual information that we've got, nothing says he's in the game.
Well, you had me down at pop. I was like, has he found out something that we haven't?
No, nothing.
But yes, there's no confirmation. Literally, the only official statement we've had is from Nakanishi-san himself, who says that Leon is not. He uses words very specifically.
Like, we wanted to have Leon in the game, but we decided that Grace is a pretty cool character, whatever the...
He doesn't get scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
valid point.
again, to Nakanishi, he also said that there is a second fully equipped character that will be in the game during the initial.
When was this set again?
This was during the one that you were at.
Game War?
Was this the one where you had to go on ResidentEvil.com?
The
was like
the
a
staff
bonus.
reels.
I don't
Yeah.
know if it was in that. I just remember that I was
I
told.
feel
that,
like
yeah.
it might have been in that.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it. That's all I remember.
Anywho, I hope he is.
He's not scared.
He's my favorite character. Marco Bobner. When is the demo coming out for the rest of us? Anybody want to give any elaboration?
Honestly, who knows?
I think I know. Probably around TGS. They're not going to bring this exclusively to Gamescom and then PAX West to people to play just to release it at the same time. I think they're going to get through this promotion, and then TGS is going to be when they release it to the public.
What was?
Yeah.
But let's think about the past few Resident Evil games. Village didn't have a demo until like early 2021.
They had quite a few demos as well.
They did. They had 3.
The Maiden.
The Maiden
timed one.
Yeah, Maiden
And
was
the
the main
Lycan
one. The Lycan one.
3.
What was the game before that? RE4 had a demo closer
Oh, that
to...
was a really good demo. The whole intro portion of the game.
Was that early 2023?
I think it's always 2 months before the game releases.
Yeah. If I had to guess, probably like end of December, early January.
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, it is not releasing till the end of February. Right. So it would probably be after Tokyo Game Show and more into another Capcom showcase.
Yeah, they need to monopolize like the zeitgeist every time like they have a big new reveal.
Well, they have a formula now.
They have a formula,
Yeah.
exactly.
So yeah, I mean, if we're just looking at what they've been doing, it'll probably be about 2 months before the release. Whew, I like that demo though, because I want to play it again. All right, Silent but Deadly, he's a fart, says, when does the demo come out for everyone? Oh, that's the second time we've been asked. Marco Bobner, second top fan, thank you. We had Ethan the last time, now Ashford Girl. Oh yeah, Ashcroft, that's supposed to be, yeah. It just doesn't feel right not having the OG cast. I'm hype, but give me a sandwich one more time. I'm very disappointed there's no mention or thought or rumor about Jill.
I think there was early on though.
There
Like
was.
when it was the apocalypse era of rumors, like Jill was very, very heavily featured, but that appears to have just gone away. Now it would be nice to have, because Leon does have a very unique connection to Raccoon City, which the others don't. But the others, Jill, Chris, etc., have more of a connection to Raccoon City because obviously they live there. So it would be nice to have some involvement from the original characters, bearing in mind we're on the 30th anniversary of Resident Evil as well.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but we also don't know yet who's all going to be in this game. It could. I think personally, if I had to guess, I think it's all a bait and switch. I feel like this is a direction that they kind of are showing to drum up hype, and it's working. I mean, there's a lot of people interested, but I think that for the 30th anniversary, they can't tease Raccoon City and going back to the roots without.
That's
tapping into
precisely
old
my
history.
train of thought.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Precisely my train of thought.
All right, and then we got we have the Golden Freak. Did you try throwing a bottle at the monster's head? If so, did it react? I didn't personally. I didn't even grab a bottle. I missed it.
Didn't do anything.
It didn't do
anything?
anything.
But the one thing I will add to the bottle is it has 2 meters. It has something I don't remember, and then it has a damage meter. It's really low, so you can damage the creature with it. It can damage it, but what was the other one? Like
maybe like a one-time use.
No, there was like 2 meters.
Right,
I can't. Andy covered it in his video. I didn't tap into it, but he did cover that. Then we have a Silence Veil, Alkanazulith. Is the demo going to be timed, or can you replay it? That we don't know.
For us, it was time.
Yeah.
This demo, as it was exhibited at Gamescom, was timed.
Yes.
So regardless of how much progress you made, it would end at 17 minutes.
Yeah.
I think it'll be timed. They do that for the first one. There might be multiple demos, though. No, just make a bunch of fake accounts. That's what I always test.
17 minutes. That's all I can have.
The worst.
That's all I can spare to play with you? Or
Plus 10 minutes. Yeah.
No, the worst actually was the one-shot demo from Resident Evil 2 Remake, because it was so pointless. Because within about a day, like a trainer had already come out and like removed that feature. It was like, I do applaud Capcom for their unique methods in how they've approached demos.
Yes.
Like with the timed demos, the one-shot demo. It's kind of goofy to me, but I do appreciate their logic. But it just ends up getting broken anyway.
They stopped doing it on PC though. Remember Resident Evil Village? It was PC PS5 only. I had to borrow my friend's PS5 just to play that demo. Yeah. They stopped doing the PC because it got broke.
Was this the Maiden demo?
I think all three are the
I just remember that when they first released it was just PS5.
I remember they shadow dropped the Maiden demo. That was like really special.
That was cool. Maybe we'll get a shadow drop at TGS.
Yeah.
We'll see. We got Haley B is Grace's dad Kendo. Yes. That makes all the sense. That's why she's a new hero, baby. It's finally Kendo's return. We have Grace Kendo.
I wish.
Who's
amazing?
Yeah. How about you guys? You agree?
No.
Fuck.
How old is Grace in Requiem? How old is she? Is that bio come out? How old she is?
No, she looks the same age though in both the trailers.
I think she's in her early 20s.
Because that would put like.
Right?
Yeah, one of the trailers, they didn't confirm when it was, but Dusk Golem says it's 2018. That was that last trailer. This new one was set around 2026, but it could be
Well,
later.
the Capcom press release says it's been 30 years since Raccoon City.
So 1998 plus 30.
2028.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I would say in her early 20s.
Because basically that could, if you could obviously backwork her age, you could figure out who is not a likely person to be her dad, basically.
Yeah.
But the craziest conspiracy I've heard so far is that Leon is Grace's dad, and that is the intrinsic connection outside. Because at the end of the day, Leon goes back to Raccoon City, which is not a reason in itself just to go back there. There has to be a verifiable, like, emotional connection.
I'll be honest, I'd be okay with that, and I think that makes sense to me. No joke. It really does. I know you don't like that, Alex, but
That's just
it
weird.
just makes sense, though, in a way.
Like by the time Resident Evil 4 rolls around, Leon was actually a dad the whole
He
time.
doesn't know. Maybe he was just sleeping.
Maybe he was just you know, she's dosed up on the that vaccine from Outbreak, and he's like, man,
It doesn't even look like Leon at all.
Right, but
she's a girl though. I mean, some genetics don't even try, you know.
Same haircut, just curly.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind that, to be honest. It gives him some.
No, actually, I did look at that because you said she doesn't even look like Leon. I did look at her when I started thinking that. She does have a little bit of a butt chin.
Yeah, she had the butt.
Oh,
Leon has a very prominent butt chin.
Leon confirmed.
There you go.
Her hair's not gorgeous enough. Come on.
Yeah.
She needs to straighten it.
She's got her mum's
She's
hair.
got the same hair as Dad. Just like you, Dad. Grace Kennedy. Okay. Moving on now.
We're on it.
But that's the point. Actually, I know we're getting into a very, very specific story lore that cannot be like we can't be verified. But she is also called Grace Ashcroft and not Grace Kennedy. So if she's called Ashcroft,
They don't know.
yeah, she doesn't know her dad, or he didn't obviously play a big part in her life.
We went out for
So
cigarettes back in whenever.
In the milk.
Yeah, the milk, cigarettes, whatever.
I've seen some people joke that it might be Kevin or like another Outbreak
that,
character
yeah.
that's her dad, which would be pretty hilarious.
I don't mind that at all, man.
It wouldn't be that. Well,
that.
if they conceived her in 1998 and she's born in 1999, how old would she be
Should be
in 2028?
29.
30. Yeah, 29, yeah.
30.
So, not completely out of the realm
Yeah,
of
but she's
possibilities. We don't
only-
know her official age.
she's only an analyst in the FBI. So that's like
Hard work.
a junior. So to me, that says she's quite young.
She's probably 24.
Not like if you're in your 30s and you're an analyst in the FBI, are you not reassessing your life? And
Well-
going, why the fuck am I an analyst?
I don't know her life.
I'm sure we'll
Maybe
find
she
out.
loves it. She's the best at her job. Remember what she got directed said?
Maybe they have a Star Wars thing going on here.
Yeah.
What was that thing called? Not mitochondria.
Oh.
Midichlorian or whatever the fuck.
Midichlorians, yeah. Your midichlorian
Mitochondria
count.
too.
Mitochondria. I thought we said that too.
Oh,
Yeah, okay, so what do you mean by that? Elaborate, please.
Oh, the baby appears out of nowhere.
Oh.
Right.
It was...
That is a joke, but
No,
Yeah.
you might be onto something.
No.
We need to theorize.
or the
guys.
daylight gave her a baby.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ah.
That would be so weird.
Do you know,
Probed and...
this thought's just randomly entered my head, but it's not.
Terrible
just
theories.
it cracks me up every time. And that in the most recent trailer, the hooded man puts the bag over the security guy's
hotel
head
guy, yeah.
and then slits his throat anyway. And you made a brilliant point, which is like
That
who's
was a chat.
No chat.
Yeah,
That was chat.
like, if you was gonna kill him anyway, why you put a bag on his head?
I actually unintentionally thought about that quite a bit before I went to bed last night.
No, maybe to muffle him.
And it was you can't scream when a plastic
That's
bag
okay,
goes
yeah,
down your
buffalo.
throat to shut him up. So I thought that was a hilarious comment and I agreed, but then I thought about it and I was like, no, throw it over his head so he shuts up and then slit his throat. Actually, very smart.
I wonder if he's like a trained assassin. That means then, if if he's thinking that,
But he's all ashy.
well, he's definitely infected with
Tasty.
something.
Yeah.
He's part of something.
So am I. But no,
And
he's definitely got something going on.
Oh, brilliant point there, Cory, because Grace obviously knows about infections because when the corpse falls on her, she makes a comment about him being infected, which to me says she's got a lot of knowledge.
I mean, it's 2029. All the events happen. The whole world knows about infections, and
Yeah, but I don't think I could look at a corpse and go, that's infected.
I could if I saw that thing with the veins and stuff on it.
I have a pie in the sky theory, but
Here we go.
I don't
All
think
right,
it's that
I always
outlandish.
am open to theories.
I think the guy in the hood is her father. And I think back when he was a normal human being, he probably realized he had some medical condition that could only be cured by someone with an innate immunity against the virus. So he seduced Alyssa, got her
Holy shit.
pregnant, pushed the baby out, wait till she grew up, and then went off the deep end.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
my
good.
God.
I like that theory a lot, actually. I guess I never considered that before, that's her father. And he's like,
Why else is
your
this
mom's a bitch.
girl so important,
Kills her
right?
and-
Like,
yeah. Damn.
God.
right?
Damn. That's dark.
I mean, she's
Imagine
basically
this, though,
like,
if you were right, he took her mother, the mother of his child, turned her into that creature, and then took his daughter, pit his daughter against her
himself.
mother. That is dysfunctional. That would
himself.
that would be on Jerry Springer.
all Resident Evil, like,
Holy
villains
crap.
out there.
But we
God.
know Nakanishi's-san is very good with that kind of inter-family dynamics as well. Like in RE7, there was like a heavy like family dynamic, different. Like the siblings are very, very different. They've got their own story with their parents, etc. So yeah, it's not out of the realms of possibility that he hasn't developed a story of that ilk.
I do like that theory. That's very good. I think my theory of it being a retelling of an Outbreak scenario has kind of vanished with this last trailer we got at Gamescom. But we got Jaju, who is going to be the second main protagonist. I think Leon, but that's a guess. I don't think any of us know right now. So I think we touched on that a lot. Christopher Robin, is it better to run third person with slightly faster speed plus more clumsiness than slower but stable first person running?
First person's easier. First person was a lot easier in my my situation. It felt like I could actually escape the monster. Wasn't tumbling. I got bit half the amount of times I did as in third person.
I agree. I didn't play first person, but just from my experience, she fumbles a lot. Whenever that thing's after you, she's falling over it all over the place. Don't think it breaks the game, but I think it balances itself out. I think the creature is more aggressive in first person. It's less aggressive in third person, but she does fumble. You guys agree? Good.
It's easy to escape.
Yeah.
I'm first.
Vidir, any hints about Leon? Oh, okay, we talked about that a lot.
Nothing.
Oh.
I'm just.
Daziki says, what hardware did you play on PC? I think it was a PlayStation 5. We had PlayStation 5
PS5
controllers. Yep.
Pro.
Baby.
I
Forgot
think
it.
that's deliberate because the ray tracing
Yeah.
technology is at, very, very prominent part of the game's visual presentation.
I think there's more than just ray tracing, and maybe not in the PS5 Pro, but I've seen visuals from NVIDIA. That they
Yeah,
got, like,
so
illumination
NVIDIA
and
had their
stuff.
own event, and they had the game running on their latest GPUs. I believe the 590s, the 5090s.
I have that.
Did you get one?
I just got one, baby.
Put it in when we get back.
I want one now for this game. But yeah, like the ray tracing and the path tracing implementation, at least as
That's
far
what
as
it was.
RE Engine is concerned, is quite
Beautiful.
remarkable.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Those pictures were crazy. We got next up. We have Alwyn, who says, "Is there any hint of another playable character apart from Grace? Not in that demo. Nothing in that demo. No." Cinnabon says, "Did you find out who the stalker is? We think Alyssa, but no confirmation. Mortal Terror RE says, did you discover the evil resident? It is definitely who we think is Alyssa, the big giant creature that was the evil resident of that demo. Happy Life says, what I would like to know is what is the handling like with the player in the demo?
The what?
I think it felt heavy like Resident Evil 2, where it felt more like realistic and sluggish and kind of like it's not snappy like let's say Resident Evil 2 original compared to 3. 3 is very snappy, like polished. 2 is more like kind of chunkier. Just like 2 remake is kind of chunkier, whereas you play 4 and he's kind of moving a little. I'd say it's more a little chunkier. Yeah. And then we have
We see more.
will we see more? Raccoon City says Sabian. Will we see more Raccoon City? Alex, I'd let you.
Will we see more of Raccoon City? Yes. I mean, that's very much
in the trailer?
It's in the trailer. Those are all real-time assets.
Yeah.
I can't imagine they made all that just so it wouldn't be playable.
Yeah, agree.
Unlike the clock tower.
Hey, I don't want.
Oh my god, the clock tower should totally be in this game.
Now.
Oh, that'd be funny, wouldn't it?
That's a good idea. Now we can get more clock tower.
Oh god.
Yeah, I agree.
Fully mapped out internals as well. That'd
Yeah,
be crazy. Right?
We got Laz Corp. Will the demo be released? When will we read that? We've answered that. Louisa says where the game start. I'm sorry. Where the game start will start. Thank you.
Where will the game start?
Let Andy take that one. Well, that's the demo, but
Well,
yeah, we don't know. I guess.
Where the game will start. Thank you.
Yes. Marco says, can you escape out into Raccoon City? Not in the demo, no. We don't even know if what the sanitarium is in Raccoon City. I don't think it is. It's too nice. It's too nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Too well maintained. Yep. We have Shoham, who says, how much time the demo is. For ours, it was, what was it, 17 minutes for ours. I don't know if that's going to be the public release. Ginu, we answered that. Percy says, will Chris be in the game? As of right now, nobody knows. No, there's nothing confirming it. There's no rumor saying he's going to be in it. So, probably not. Plushy, hey guys, my question is the demo footage that we saw yesterday, is that entire demo? Or is there more to the demo when it gets released to the public? Cory, I'll let you take that one. I'm just going to pass it. Yeah. Or unless you don't want to.
Well, I don't know. The public release might be completely different.
Yeah, I mean,
nobody knows.
if we, I get it. It obviously we.
Where are you going?
It's one of them. Like there's an official. We can only go off what's Capcom have officially confirmed. But if we were just going to ponder on it, I don't think that it would. We would have to have more than that, because that was more of a reveal rather than a.
Well,
full-on demo.
don't really remember or recall them having a more extensive public demo than what was available at the show. Like Resident Evil 2 Remake's demo was almost identical from what I can remember. 3 that didn't have a show, exhibited at anyway. Yeah. If I had to guess, this demo will probably come out, and it'll probably be the same as what we've seen.
Right. Probably, but
Although saying that, we did have a chat with the creator, who said that there was an additional room that could be opened in their playthrough of that demo. There was a creator we spoke to during an interview who said that when they played, because there'd been at other events beforehand, that there was another room 202, that was able to be opened.
202 is a famous room too, in a way.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
Apple Lane.
Yeah. So it sounded like that was openable. They were explaining assets in it, but I really can't remember.
Not in the sanitarium.
In the demo, I saw 202 though.
There's a
202 in there.
The press has had access to a demo that's not even that's separate from Gamescom.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I mean, if that might be what people are referring to.
I think so.
Okay.
But it's not the Gamescom demo specifically.
Gotcha. I saw the room though.
Okay.
I saw the room number.
It was so
Yeah, the door-
dark. How did
the
you
door was
even?
locked.
I guess
Yeah,
we
I
had the
couldn't-
lighter.
As soon as,
Sure.
as soon as I started reading numbers and notes and stuff, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna have time for this, and I just started going. I seen you were also reading like notes on the wall.
Actually, a cutscene.
Yeah, I seen the cutscenes and the videos that we posted. We have a good one here from Dark Stranger. Do you think this demo displays any sort of unique qualities that sets it apart from past games and its many clones? I do agree that you guys said there's a crouch mechanic now. Before in 2 and 3, we did in 7 we didn't, and even in Village we didn't have a crouch mechanic. That only came in 4, and now that's in this one.
It has to be the flipping between first and third person.
Yes,
I think that's such a good selling point and a real. I wouldn't even say it's compromise. It's like a really good thing to.
I think that is ultimately the point of this demo.
Yes, to show that
Is for you to be able to experiment with the viewpoint that you prefer.
That's a yeah.
I don't think it's like, oh, this is how you solve puzzles, or this is the kind of like, this is the menu system, because all of it was very much like pulled from other Resident Evil games or otherwise very similar.
Felt comfortable.
But you ultimately, like, the big focus was change the camera angle, experiment, figure out what you like.
That's what I was doing. I was just playing with mechanics and everything,
And to scare you, obviously.
it scared me.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Don't worry.
Yeah. Then we got another good question. Outright Turtle, favorite part of the demo?
Andy?
I think it was just very well presented, very scary, very visceral. There wasn't a moment that I could really take everything in. One, because of the time constraints, and two, because of the Stalker. Everything was a million miles an hour by design. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm hoping more people in time get to play it. It was a really special demo.
How about you, Alex? What's your favorite part?
Yeah, I would. My favorite part was, I just really like the flow of like moving the cart.
I hated that. That cart sucked, dude. That thing didn't move right at all.
Had nice
To get to the
tension.
top of the shelf,
I get where you're going with that.
to
though.
grab, to check inside the toolbox for a screwdriver that you take back to the fuse case, that
Yeah,
you
the
take back
flow
to
of
the. That kind of gameplay. That's what I personally like about Resident Evil, and I feel like a lot of people do as well.
I agree. I do think the creature is awesome, the introduction of the creature, but it's not my favorite part. My favorite part was just the exploration. I just like seeing it.
Right.
I like going through and checking out the new visuals, the new area, the new graphics, the new atmosphere.
Yeah, this is probably the smallest amount of real estate we've had in a Resident Evil demo.
It is. That's why I said, like,
Has to
I
be,
feel like this is
yeah.
gonna be one of those demos people pull apart because there's just like not a whole lot there. So they're gonna they're gonna examine every nook and cranny, and they're gonna find, like, for example, when I played it, I didn't find the pistol ammo, but other people who have played it have found the pistol ammo. Like they're gonna find things that people have not found. But yeah. We have. Yeah, we answered that. Okay, we have Irikimi. Is the third person like Resident Evil 2 remake and the 3 remake, or is it
Great question.
like Village was on RE4 or Resident Evil 4?
Yeah, I think there was a big issue with Village when they put in the first person mode, because the third person mode, because even though it was in third person mode, I mean, Village had just a complete identity crisis actually with this, because the main game was obviously third person. As part of the gold edition, they put in the special third person mode. The Mercenaries was first person only, and Shadows of Rose was third person only. So like there was no unifying mode through. Yeah, it's a complete clusterfuck. But actually, when you play third person in Village, I can't explain it. Like you're still in first person mode. You're just zoomed out. That's the best way I can describe it. It doesn't have that fluidity that Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake had. However, RE9 does have that. It does have that fluidity because it is designed from the ground up to support both camera angles.
Yes. Yep, good point. We got Michael Huron who says, will Capcom ever explore Raccoon City, including Arklay Forest, during, and post Outbreak in an open world game?
Please.
Sounds cool.
Please do. I want to see more Clay.
Will they? I have no idea. Yes?
Will they?
No,
What
we
do you
don't.
guys
We
think?
don't speculate, but we don't know.
Apparently, Resident Evil. Apparently, RE Engine doesn't play very nicely with open world
Oh, and that's what
gameplay
everybody thought,
design.
because it's RE Engine. It would be
Dragon's
horrible.
Dogma 2 and Monster Hunter Wilds were eviscerated, as far as I know,
Really?
because of their subpar performance, even on like high-end PCs. And I think that was a consequence of their attempt to do open world
Ooh.
design on them.
Interesting.
And even like the Capcom Summer Showcase that kind of talked about the earlier
Yeah, the early
versions
concept.
of Resident Evil Requiem that they had experimented with, like included an open world mode. I imagine that like they just dropped that because it probably like RE Engine just wasn't the kind of technology to support that at this time.
Loading too many things and too high fidelity, and they're known for like chunks that are really well put together, like very well detailed smaller chunks, right?
Yeah.
Great engine, but just different style. Good context to that though. We got Zyga, who says, "Are we getting the main characters back in this game?" We don't know. That's not nothing we know. We'd like to, yeah. Scuba Steve, that scumbag, says, "Consensus on the monster. Is it Alyssa? Thoughts?" And we did answer that. We got Warrior. Shoes on bed is true horror. You don't. It's not comfortable for anybody, and nobody likes shoes on a bed. It's just, you don't need to.
Bro, just a quick one. This is maybe a cultural difference, but do Americans really wear shoes in the house?
Oh yeah.
That's crazy
I
work,
personally do not.
That's outrageous.
I don't.
50%.
No, never. Like
No.
the
Do
shoe-
you wear shoes in your house?
No.
shoes out? Shoes
take 'em
out.
off.
I live in Japan. That's like a crime.
Yeah, that's a crime.
That
That's a
can
crime
get
against
my
humanity.
residency revoked.
I do though.
Right.
Like, I do wear my socks all the time because I always intend to take my shoes off when I am going into a house.
No, that's crazy work. I'd never wear shoes in the house. That's
Yeah,
because it's like that's the outside, isn't it? You're bringing the outside
right.
inside.
I don't do
it's
it
not
either.
not
That's
right.
it's like going to bed fully clothed in office clothes. Like it just
You
doesn't make
don't
any
do
sense.
it.
That last night?
That's my
I
fetish.
was like, Corey was borrowing my dress pants. I was like, "You're gonna take those off?" He's like, "I'm tired."
I literally fell asleep 2 minutes
Bro,
after.
crap.
All right.
I'm getting Shenmue 2 flashbacks. Sorry. That character never, like, he sleeps with his shoes on and his jacket on. And
We got Darth Raven. How was Grace's hair? Just kidding. No. Actually, it was really, really good.
It really showed
I
off,
feel like it
yeah.
is kind of. I see why they talk so much about the hair, and I think they got a lot of that tech from Pragmata.
Yeah.
But
oh, yeah,
it
absolutely.
looks so good.
Yeah.
It's kind of like impressive to see, and it's. I said it was irrelevant, but it's nice.
God, if the hair tech is the highlight here, they have to have Leon in the game.
God, that Leon is a must at this point. If that's what they're
God,
going
Leon will kill a zombie with his hair at this point.
Oh yeah, we got to see that hair in this new tech, dude. How is the feeling when playing? Do you feel like a regular civilian thrown into a nightmare? I feel like it is very weighty and good and realistic, but she fumbles so goddamn much that it's frustrating.
Yes.
Colosi says, "Do you guys get slightly disappointed when a new Resident Evil releases and you don't see a lot of gunplay and actual zombies? I've really been missing the old lots of zombies shooting throughout the whole game." I will say to the first point, no gunplay, yes. I get a little disappointed because I like combat in my survival horror games. I like to be able to fight or flight. Zombies, the series has moved on from zombies so far that if zombies came back, I'd be so happy. I just don't think that would ever happen, and I'm okay with newer things they're doing, like the molded and the ganados. It's been fine, but I do prefer zombies. But gunplay, yes, I get a little disappointed. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, do you guys want any input on that? Sorry.
Oh, but I mean, we just got RE2 and RE3 remake.
Yeah, I guess to that point though, I could say that like, would you have liked to see Resident Evil 9 showcase kind of how it was with a pursuer creature, and or would you have liked to see something more like Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake, where it was a lot of like shooting, kind of like older Resident Evil trailers, or more like the 2 and 3 remakes? Do you get disappointed when you don't see that type? I think I was okay because I knew it was going to be by the same director of 7, so I expected more to 7. But
Just pray that Code Veronica remake is real, right?
yes, please pray to the Lord and Savior Shinji Mikami.
Mikami-san.
Okay, so then we're going down to Yeah, Direwolf says, what weapons do you think will show up? I figure pistol, shotgun, like normal, but anything special, I expect. She's FBI. She has weapons training of some kind, but I feel it's not that great.
Leon's hair
That
Leon's
is a
hair.
weapon.
of seduction.
I was going to say that all ladies flock around Leon when he flips his hair, and then Ada gets upset and shows up out of nowhere. Says, all right, I saved your ass, Leon. And then she gets real mean to him.
Man, it is really difficult to talk about very specific game design features when we've literally only seen, for lack of a better terminology, Grace just walking up and down a hallway.
If
for
I
15
guessed, I would
minutes.
say like 7. Not as
Yeah.
intricate as Village, but like 7.
Yeah,
If I guessed.
Yeah, I think if we had as a guess for sure.
We have Outright Turtle, which we explained. Long for the we got touched on that. White Fox says, does the demo include more scenes besides the ones that were made to the public? Not that I've seen. No, it's just what was made available to the public is what we played. Yeah, nothing else. Yeah. Nico says, how long is the demo? We said 17 minutes. And when does it come out in Europe? We don't know. Who is
Probably
voice
the
actor?
same time as everywhere else.
Yes, yeah, I would assume. The voice actor for Grace, has that been announced? I don't think so.
No.
Nope.
No, there's no point in looking on IMDb. It probably changes every week.
Yeah, it does. Abnormal edits. Did you experience any moments that called back to Resident Evil 2? The hallways. The hallways look very much like the RPD hallways.
I agree.
Yeah, and even some of the that reddish lighting was really, really nice. I liked going through that little sequence.
Yeah.
That reminded me of Resident Evil 2 remake, but I can't think of an area that it was, but it just kind of looked like it.
lights.
Yeah. Was it like the basement maybe, or like?
Oh, in
the third
2?
floor? Yes.
They didn't have that in.
Wasn't there an area in the lab?
Oh, it's when you go
that-
down before you open up the gates. Isn't it red?
I think so. Yeah, but it was very,
The
very,
labs
very
had it
prominent.
too,
Yeah.
But the clunky movement did remind me of Resident Evil 2, just heavy, you know. Not in a, and I keep
In a
saying
good way,
clunky, but
yeah.
clunky like in a realistic
Weighty.
movement. Weighty,
Yeah.
weighty is a good word for it.
Clunky sounds bad.
Yeah, it does. Nick says, were there other files in the game besides the one in the room where Grace is tied up upside down? If yes, were there any new information? There was one in that room where you move that table over. There was a note in there, but I just didn't have time to read it. But I think that's also in the gameplay that was released to the public.
Yeah, I think you're right. If there was, it wasn't memorable enough for us to remember here.
Yeah. Let's see. Graphics should be better than GTA 6. Well, it depends on the engine, but they look great. Oh, Chris says, hey guys, just wondering, did you notice any ambition in the demo? I'm not too sure what that means.
Outside of the flippable camera angles, it's a very gorgeous game. It's on the RE engine, but these are things that we have come to know and love anyway, so that wasn't a big shock. But yeah, I suppose in terms of pure ambition, this is probably the first time funnily enough, outside of Grand Theft Auto 5, where what I would like to describe as true on the fly, well, actually, maybe to a lesser extent, maybe the Fallout series.
Yeah.
Having like on the fly flipping between first and third person.
Just without a button that does it.
Yeah, I would like to have it like Fallout, where maybe you press the kind of middle
The button would
central
be
button.
cool, yeah. Except if I'm going to play it, I'm going to play it in one the whole way through. I'm not going to change it. So I don't mind it personally. If I'm playing first, I'm playing first. If I'm playing third,
When
I'm
you
playing
play
third.
Fallout 4, do you play that in first or third?
First. Yeah, I never change it. I change it and it looks cool when you're walking, but everything else you do, it looks like shit.
Yeah.
Good question. Warrior says, who runs better, JJ or Grace? I will fucking smoke Grace. She falls into everything. I don't know how she doesn't
serial
die
stumbler.
falling into a wall. Like she's so stupid. Sorry.
Her front bench ranged upside down for hours.
Good point. But I remember I was clearly swearing at her, and I don't know how loud I was yelling during the playthrough. I was like, "Get the fuck up, Grace! What are you doing?"
Loud enough for me to turn. My headphones maxed out.
Loud enough recorded turn. On a scale of 1 to 5, how difficult do you think the Resident Evil game will be when it launches? I mean, based off of the demo, it was a solid like 6 to 7. Like it had a good challenge, and it killed these two a few times. I don't know how many times it killed you.
It killed me a few times.
It didn't kill me at all. But...
Nakanishi-san admitted that, like,
Oh, 1 out of 5. Sorry.
I think it was his hope or his intention for people to die at least twice to figure out how to get through this area.
Oh, yeah. I guess like from that demo, like a 4. Like if I didn't see gameplay before I played, I would have probably died quite a bit.
Mhm.
Quite a bit, actually, now that I think about it, because it's
Right.
very dark and you don't know where to go. I knew where to go because I
Right.
watched it.
It's not it's not necessarily like inevitable that you'll find out what that monster's weak points are.
They don't
Because you're
tell
just
you.
busy. You're either busy running away from it or trying to hide. You don't really have a chance to rationally look at what's going on and figuring out what its weak point is. And so you will probably die making a mistake or two. Like, it's probably similar to RE7, right? Like,
That makes sense.
like unlike the other Stalker enemies where you can conceivably not have to like pass it in a narrow hallway, like in this game, like you
I didn't realize that though. Like Marguerite too, following you, kind of.
yeah,
you know what
like
I mean?
you have to engage it to some extent, right? You
Yeah.
can't completely avoid it.
I had to. I
Like
ran from it every
you
time.
can you can get past Jack and he won't even find you, right?
True. Yeah. Yeah. And I do feel like if I had to compare it to 7 and their pursuers, like I feel like that demo was a little more difficult.
Mm.
Yeah. No. Good question. Only facts. Does Leon save Grace by the end of the demo? What do you think? Great. It's left
we don't
open-ended.
know.
It's left open ended.
I'm sure the monster just walks away after.
Well, she's pulled back into the darkness. I mean, from what I've seen, she's in the light and the thing melts, but then it pulls her back in.
Yeah, is it on screen right now? Actually,
Yeah,
it's a little bit
I
further
can't
on?
fast forward or anything, but
you can. I think you
oh
can.
yeah, this might be the end of it right here. Let's watch this.
Oh, here.
Oh no, that's
No,
just
you can
segues into
actually
different
move
footage.
it.
I can, yeah.
Yeah, just a tad, just to. Oh no, that's the trailer on it.
That's the other trailer there.
A little bit further back. Oh, here you
Right
go.
here?
Yeah, that's
Here, this is the end. Let's see. She's pulled. This is actually NDA. You weren't supposed to show this stuff, but somebody else did.
Everyone else has it.
Fair game, baby. What the hell?
Oh, they're back there.
Oh, maybe he didn't show it. Oh, this looks like it cuts.
This
Let's
was the hardest part of the demo, by the way.
That thing sucks.
I could not get it close enough. I kept getting attacked.
And everything kept falling
you
off
can't
of
tell
it.
where to move it either because it's
Yeah,
so
it doesn't
dark.
So dark.
Yeah.
And your lighter goes out and you turn it back.
I think I
I
helped
love it.
you. Yeah, it's like it's right up over there, but you wouldn't know because I watched it.
Yeah.
Right?
I watched it and I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I knew
That thing
exactly
moves
where
around
to
like
go.
shit, dude. That thing sucks.
Like Dino Crisis.
It cut. It cut. Yeah, like oh, you had to throw it in there, didn't you? You just had to throw it in there. So this one doesn't have the end. But anywho, yeah. So it melts and then it pulls her back in. So nope. Maybe somebody saves her. All right, we have Jables. Did you enjoy the surroundings, or was it super intense and you had to press through? So that goes back to what I said about I love the atmosphere and it was very visually impressive, but it goes back to also what Andy said is as soon as the creature shows up, you're not really paying attention to the surroundings. You're just trying to get through and not die, pushing you through. We don't know when the demo comes out. Can the monster grab you out of a safe room? There was no safe room in the demo, so. Oh, the safe rooms are wherever the light.
room where you wake up in was the
your
safe
little
room.
hospital bed.
Yeah, wherever there's so there is a room where she walks into and the lightning strikes and the light bulb pops and she like grabs her head a ton because she's like having a panic attack. Then the creature can go in there, but that creature cannot go in there when the light is on. So before that moment, the creature
Roger.
cannot go where the light is. So like next to that horse statue where the light is, it cannot get you there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where I kept running to. Yeah.
Yeah. Any chance to leave him? We don't know. We don't know. Does the game have an inventory system? Like, oh, the inventory system was nice. It's not like 4 at all.
It's I think it's RE2s again.
2, 3.
When you pause, but the shortcuts are a little bit more inspired by RE4, right? Because you have double slots in most directions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the shortcuts, right? The item and
All
the
for the
inventory.
lighter and like, you know.
Yeah. That's nice.
But it looks like they're back to the RE2 system of like having
Yeah.
the 8 blocks to start with.
Yep. Very much like 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 7. Sorry.
Was 7 like that? Yeah,
It was
7 was
similar.
like that.
Yeah, it
the
was.
design was a little bit different, but
Yeah, that one did look a little different, but it's and it sounded. One thing I will say is I was listening to the menu sounds and they're very crisp and clean, like they are in the new modern remakes and new Resident Evil games, and it was nice. It was like little ticks and yeah, it was good. It was very minimal too. We fight zombie or mole monster. We don't know. We don't know if new characters in the game. It's a good question about the inventory system. Was the gameplay in the trailer for the demo? Was the gameplay in the trailer for the demo?
yes.
Yeah.
There was no gameplay shown that was from some other
Yeah.
game
Okay.
demo or anything like that.
Nothing you haven't seen. When will we get the full demo? We don't know. We don't know who the hooded man is either. I just think he's that guy that stabbed that guy in the neck and
Oh, we know.
took Grace. That's my speculation though. I don't know.
Oh, there's an interesting question up here by Abigail
Sorry, did I miss it?
Aceves. What are your thoughts on Grace being more anxious and possibly neurodivergent based on her behavior being shown so far compared to the most composed RE leads of the past? That's a great question. I think if you look at the opening night live trailer really carefully, Grace does exhibit certain behaviors that I think you might find in people who might have like
Neurodivergency.
exactly like,
Where she's, like,
ADHD or
stuck on her thing
autism
and-
and not responding to like being
Normal-
spoken to
yeah.
like a typical quote unquote normal person,
Just a bit socially awkward.
neurotypical
yeah.
person. Yeah. At first, like when I saw the trailer, like I was at opening night live. I was in the arena, but like I didn't really pick up on that until someone honestly brought it up. I don't remember who, but I thought she was like just being a total brat.
Really?
Like a teenage brat.
me
Like
too.
why do you keep ignoring your mama, dude?
Right.
Like
Oh,
seriously,
yeah.
like
Nobody. It was nobody.
I mean,
your
having
mom's talking to you.
An
you know?
11-year-old
But-
can
but
clearly say that was
when
very
someone was
hit
like
home.
someone, I forgot who it was to be honest, but like I think they looked at Grace's behaviorisms and mannerisms and it might indicate something there. And I do think that's quite a human, a more than average human kind of expression in the Resident Evil franchise, because people, the franchise does have, quote unquote perfect people, right? Like they've tried to,
Leon's hair.
Leon's hair is perfect. Like this is the franchise where Ada can use a hook shot, right?
Yeah.
To gracefully like zip from one building to the other without breaking a bone.
True.
Even Ethan, like it's comedically,
Yeah.
he's just like,
My hand.
oh, my hand got chopped off.
All right.
Okay,
Sew it back on.
whatever. Like,
Yeah.
Throws a bit of Sprite on it.
but Grace seems to, like
have more human characteristics to her. Yeah.
I'm not an expert in this field, but it is a
No.
very convincing theory.
The only thought I have about her personality and attitude, especially shown in that last Gamescom trailer, is it's kind of like my daughter too. Just like I'm doing something, I'm busy. Hey, pay attention. So you're right. It's not like something we've seen before, but like to some players, it might be like, oh, they're getting the younger generation involved. They're gonna have all their problems and blah blah blah. But it's like that's what younger kids act like, and I probably acted like that too when I was a younger kid,
We
just
all probably
defiant
did,
to my
yeah.
parents or not paying attention. Yeah,
Until you learn better.
yeah. So yeah, I feel like they're like I said in my video. I feel like she's very much like Ethan in the sense that she's a brand new character thrown into an imaginable horror, but she has more personality. Yeah. Right.
I mean, if she's anything like her mom, yeah.
Yeah, I think she shows characteristics where she's so involved in her work that she cannot be disturbed.
I mean, I really hope, like, I just, as an aside, they really lead into Alyssa's, like, unspoken personality traits.
Yeah,
in,
that would be
In,
cool.
like, from the Outbreak games. Like, some of her, if I remember correctly, some of her ad-lib lines are, like, subtly sexual.
Oh, really? That I don't.
If I'm remembering this correctly, there's, like, one line where she's crawling and she's, like, she makes a joke about being on all fours.
Well, perfect time for that.
Right? Like,
Well, her personality in 1 was very different from her personality in 2.
True.
It was a different voice actress, and she delivered them all very different. I do know.
oh,
that.
well, like, in Outbreak, like, these are, like, non-spoken lines. They're, like, you have to read
Oh.
them.
Yeah, like the
Oh, okay. I
Like,
see what
the
you mean.
ad-libs.
All
Yeah.
the words on it, yeah.
It's characterization, but it's, I guess, like, it's their inner thoughts. They're not actually
Their
saying them
inner
out loud.
monologue. I got you. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
And, yeah, I really hope that they, like, play into that, because I think that's hilarious.
I think
like,
yeah. The inner
Alyssa is a
monologue.
kind of a funny character, right? If
Yeah,
you think
she was-
about
she was
it.
very like very strong-willed, but very like honest,
Very
like, open,
blunt
and
and-
yeah, blunt. Yeah, I always like. I just recently played through Outbreak, 1 and 2 as Alyssa, which I've never done before, and I was like, she's kind of the perfect character. She has longer health than Kevin, but can do a lot of the same stuff Kevin can do. Like she's a and
Is she lockpick or?
She's
can
kind of a
lock
stand-in for Jill, right?
Feels like it.
In a sense.
And she had even a Alice unlockable costume.
Yes.
The movies. But there was a lot of inspiration from the movies into the games around that time with 4's Laser Room and the Outbreaks logo. But anyways, yeah, no, she was just a very distinct character. And after playing as her, I was like, oh, yeah, this might be my new definitive character to play the games as. Flashback, she has more scenes. But, all right. Let's see here. Question for Ro. Do you think that Resident Evil 9 is something entirely new, or is it something similar to Las Plagas or Ouroboros? I don't know. I feel like if they're going back to home, back to Raccoon City, I feel like they'll try to get it a little closer.
T to G?
I don't know if it's going to be T or G, but...
But like a mutated version or...
Yeah, well, based off that
Let's do
creature we
T.
see, and it could be something completely new, because I don't know what the hell that thing is. You know? Just based off of that, I have no idea. What the fuck is that thing?
I don't think it's Las Plagas.
I don't think it's Las Plagas, no.
I don't think it's Ouroboros
But
either.
I also don't think it's TNG.
It
Or C.
Closer to the TNG than it is.
I would say it's a virus of some sort.
Yeah.
Probably the T virus is probably not a bad guess, but I'm sure there's some kind of an enhancement
And involved
or a
in
mutation.
Going home, baby. T-Virus. Here we come.
Yeah.
Dude, that was my favorite.
That's what I think it is.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, if that's true. Looks more like Evil Within. I don't see that at all.
Looks more like what? Sorry?
The
Evil Within.
The evil. I mean, it's too early to say, I guess.
When the demo? Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know. I
Monster
wish we
Grace,
did.
You think so?
Monsters Alyssa, Mother of
Next
Grace.
week in game magazines.
Yeah. Next week.
Yeah.
Is Leon alive? We don't know. Will the demo come to the public? We don't know. Have you guys visited?
How scripted
I've been to the former Berlin Wall site. Berlin's
not.
pretty far from this part of Germany,
Yeah,
just
not been over that
FYI.
way.
But
Yeah.
I've been there. It's cool.
The only areas that I've been to is where Andy lives, and then going to Munich, where we fly in and take trains, and then to Cologne. So I have not seen a lot of the history of Germany, which I always said I would love to. But every time we come here, it's like, oh, we got a couple days. We're busy, slammed the entire time. We're always doing something. But no, it'd be cool to go see that. Is it available on Steam? No, not yet. No.
Demo, no.
Demo coming to Xbox? We don't know.
Don't
Before it was
know.
PS5 only, so who knows? Which one, in your opinion?
Yeah, I like that one, I think. Pink.
Oh, is it? Sorry.
Next one. No.
When will you
Oh,
release?
we really jumped.
Oh, I don't know where it is then. We
Oh,
lost
wow.
the
question?
I didn't read the ending, but the beginning was really good. In your opinion, how scripted versus how...
Oh, if like the Stalker sequences are
Okay,
scripted or
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so from Antonio, in your opinion, how scripted versus how organic gameplay oriented? That's a
It's a really
great
good
question.
question.
I think this was like
hard to tell.
a very scripted demo in the sense that I've watched it, then played it, and you have to do things in a specific order. To me, it feels like kind of like the intro to 3, just way more difficult because you have to play it a bit more. So there is gameplay, but it's kind of scripted. Like if it comes here, you go there. If it comes here, you go there. You have to get this to do that. It gives you the illusion of a little bit more playing, but it to me it did feel like very linear.
And that could just be the demo, though, too. I mean, like, it's
Yeah.
such a small area, that demo.
The demo
The demo's
did.
literally a hallway with, like, what, 5 or 6 rooms? 4, you know?
So
It's not that big.
it's a good question though. Like to me, it felt like I've seen this, so I know how to do this. Do you agree?
I'm sorry, I did not hear you.
Oh, yeah.
Scripted
I was
versus-
reading.
It does feel
comments.
that demo, once you've watched it and then you played it, it does feel like a very scripted section where you have to do
little
things in
bit.
a specific order.
You know, like I imagine a lot of people who follow or who are listening to this are very familiar with Carcinogen
Yes.
SDA's work, right? I'm pretty sure once he has a look at it, he can give us a very good answer
He's really good at
about
that, yeah.
about how this all works.
Yep.
Probably scripted to some extent,
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, you got to do it sometimes. I mean,
right?
whatever works for the game, you know?
Do you think that we are getting the daylight vaccine from Grace? That's a theory that I had that I don't know. What do you think about Veronica's new design? I love it.
Who?
Who the
Who's Veronica?
What's Veronica? Did we miss something? We
I
missed
don't
that
know.
memo.
Where's Leon?
They dropped the code Veronica trailer.
Shit,
We
dude,
missed it.
it's real. Do you think Jake Mueller has continued on Brother's work? Maybe not. Maybe he got captured and infected. and they're
Jake
controlling him.
Mueller.
Wesker.
I think he's Jake. Yeah, Jake Wesker, Jake Mueller.
Jake Mueller.
No, I know who he is.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just-
Yeah, no, I don't. That was a story.
It doesn't make
The
sense.
is
storyline
just,
I would have
uh,
liked to see continue, but it never did, and I don't think it's ever. No, has nothing to do with this. I don't think.
At the end of 6, was he like a good guy?
yeah.
It was like a one of those good guys, but with mixed
Like
intentions.
a Billy.
Yeah.
He's still a bad boy.
No,
but-
he was a good guy. I mean, he saved the world for $50. That's shit.
You got paid.
I would have charged $100 for that. So he's better than
Better
me.
guy than you, yeah.
I think, just as an aside, Jake was obviously meant to be continued in the future Resident Evil
Yes.
game, but that was premised
out.
on 6 being better received and selling better when it came out, and I think they just kind of moved on from that.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I did like Birkin and Wesker. Now the new generation is the good. You know, I love that. Like, I will give 6 that. I did like what they were setting up there for them. Just didn't like the way how it played out. How much did you play? I think it was 15, 17 minutes, something like that. Yeah, I beat it.
You get to the end of the cutscene, but you beat it.
Oh yeah, that was at the end of the cutscene. It went right to like
Oh, you got
it
it?
was perfect timing.
Nice.
Yeah. What if being MIA reversed the Ethan turning in?
Maybe Mia.
Oh wait, what?
Maybe Mia.
What if
Oh,
being...
I'm sorry. What if being MIA
Probably nice.
reversed the Ethan turning in Mia in the story in the main? What do you feel about?
The husband's right into Mia. Next question.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah,
I'm not sure what that means.
I think that's like a Google Translate question, but
Yeah.
it's all
What
garbled.
if being Mia reversed the Ethan turning in Mia in the story main? How do you feel about being a husband threatening to Mia? It should be scarier for you.
Good try. Good try.
I don't think that's a Japanese question. I think
Yeah, it's like someone's put that in Google
Yeah, translate. for sure.
Google Translate, and it's
If-
not come back. With
if
the right
Mia
answer.
and Ethan's positions were reversed,
Yeah.
if Ethan was the one who got it, kidnapped, or was the double agent who was on the ship who got like kidnapped by the Bakers or infected by Evelyn rather, and it was Mia who went to find Ethan and found Ethan like that, and Ethan morphed into a zombie holding a chainsaw and went after you. How scary would that be? Do you
think
think
that
it would
would've
have been
been
scarier?
I think it would have been better. Honestly.
I think I got that right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would have been. Honestly, I think that would have been better. I did like Mia more than I liked Ethan.
Yeah, she was,
7.
she was scary.
Yeah. Okay.
Am I gonna cry?
That's let me see here. That's oh, we don't know that.
No, we don't know that. For RE9, Capcom devs finally learned.
Yeah, for Resident Evil 9, Capcom devs finally learned this time
Okay.
about adding both first and third person mode. How did it felt having switch between the modes between Resident Evil 7? Oh, how did switching the modes compare to? I think you have to no, because you have to pick at the beginning of the game, and whatever you pick is what you have.
Yeah.
Whereas in this one, you can pick in the game. You just have to go to the menu.
You just press
Switch it
start,
with that.
options, camera.
Actually, RE7 doesn't even have third person, does it?
Nope.
So I'm still really shocked that they haven't done that, because I would have thought that would have been the same sort of process that would have been in 8. So how hard is that to reverse engineer and put in 7? I'm not sure. but
Yeah.
it would have nice to have seen it anyway.
I don't even think it's necessary in that game, to be honest. Like, I don't know what RE7 would gain by having a third person mode.
No, absolutely.
It's more about like like we got it in 2, 3, 4.
The
Village,
environments are a lot
7.
smaller, and
Yeah, I mean, but then we might say the same about this game when it comes out. You know, who knows?
well, in this game they are doing it right. So.
Yeah, they are. What I'm saying,
Yeah.
They're making it for both.
like the environments were smaller in the demo, but it still feels okay in third person. So maybe it would have been okay. And I played the modded version, which is way jankier, but still, like there were moments where it was pretty cool to have third person. You know, Resident Legal, really good question. Anything you didn't like about the demo? That's a really good question.
I didn't
There's
like
a few
about the
things.
demo.
The one thing it's like a little nitpick. In first person, you could probably change it in the options, but when you like turn, it's like a quick turn right away, and then it slows down, and it has that little slow. It just felt really odd to be turning around in first person. I don't know what it was, but it also felt easier in first person too. So
Yeah,
and I'm sure there's settings in the options, but it's the only thing.
that's good. Good note.
I suppose from my point of view, it was very dark, the demo. Again, I appreciate that could have been the game settings and the
Monitors.
monitor settings that we were using, but it was dark to the point it was unnecessary dark.
I didn't like there was no combat.
Yeah, no combat's a huge one.
You anything you didn't like, Alex?
Yeah, it was a bit dark. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
the
it,
dark was.
which is obviously part of the entire point of this demo.
Yeah.
But like the power is literally out
Yes.
in most
Yeah.
of the buildings, so you got to turn it back on.
It's very realistic in the sense you can't see shit.
But it's not one of those demos where you can just kind of like relax and find every little nook and cranny, right? Like you don't have really the privilege or the
Once you get your lighter, you can, but then you are
kind of
triggered.
it's still very dark, right?
Yeah.
And
Now, I didn't see this, but going back to your point about you had to move the trolley over, get on top of it to grab the screwdriver. I didn't see some of like the identifiable things that they've been putting in modern games. You know, where they just like throw like
Yellow
or-
tape.
Yeah. I
Good
didn't,
point.
the yellow
I did-
tape.
There
I,
was
did, I
none.
didn't see, no, in all
Oh.
fairness, the lights are off, so it could have been there. But I think this is the first time
Didn't see no yellow.
where they haven't used like this really. What would you call it? It's like an inclusive measure, so it
Yeah.
constantly points you in the right direction. And
Yes.
I almost feel like it's to the point that it removes from the game. But I didn't see that at all in this demo.
You're right. I have not seen any yellow tape.
Tape or yellow paint or
Yeah, white
Yeah.
paint or any of that. Like,
right. I imagine
white
the
paint.
outdoor areas might have it,
Yeah.
Agreed.
but yeah, maybe
Good
not
point.
this.
Because if I didn't watch the gameplay before I played it, I probably would have struggled a bit. It's so dark and you don't really doesn't
I
really
think
tell you where to
think
go.
that is how it should be.
Yeah,
it- it-
that might be good.
It does get a bit overbearing when you're having your handheld a little bit and they're taking you to like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, it must be this area that's got a big fucking yellow painted X on
Yeah.
the wall, you know.
So I'm going through the questions, and there are some good ones, but a lot of them are ones that we've answered. Even the good ones we've touched on a bit. But because I know you have to leave soon, but something that
Yeah.
I do want to touch on before you go is you did talk to the director himself, and you had mentioned some things that you said that you probably could talk about, and some really good questions you asked. So right now, can we kind of recap before you leave what those questions you asked the director were and what he had to say?
just on a casual basis, like one of the things I mentioned was like, wow, there are Outbreak connections in this game.
Yeah.
Like, how do you come up with that? And the way he described it to me was that it's less about trying to create a sequel to Outbreak
Okay.
and more just like insofar as the way the story has been written, they need a character who happens to be like Alyssa, like an investigative journalist.
Oh, okay.
So that gives the character a reason to even be in this sphere,
Yeah.
right? And then obviously it's a character that longtime Resident Evil fans will be very familiar with. But also Nakanishi-san was quick to emphasize that you don't actually have to play Outbreak to enjoy this.
Okay.
I thought that was a very interesting way to frame it.
Yeah.
And that's not like the official right answer. I think it's just his opinion.
Yes.
Obviously games are made as a team,
Yes.
and there will be varying like viewpoints. But yeah, like I thought that was very interesting.
That's a
'Cause
really good question because I was
I'll-
thinking if I talked to him, that's what I would ask.
I was
him.
like, are you like an Outbreak fan or something? Because this is the second
Yeah.
time you've actually referenced the game in one of your
Listen,
games.
7.
And he was like, the way he answered it was he didn't confirm nor deny whether he was specifically a fan of Outbreak. But
We
I
need
think
to know.
again, like he referenced that the team obviously cares about the franchise and
And they like that lore, and it helped with the story they were trying to write. And that makes sense why he would include
the
Alyssa's
Requiem
note.
story needed a character that just that Alyssa happens to fit the bill for.
He does seem to really like that drama clue sort of route. Is with the launch trailer Resident Evil 9 very different, where it starts off in an FBI office, then it kind of becomes Resident Evil. This last trailer, no combat, no zombies or monsters, just literally like this. Hey, I got into some shit. We have to go. You know what I mean? Like it seems like he has a take that he wants to bring to Resident Evil that I think is really unique and not at all what I would have
Sure.
expected. Yeah.
I think the other thing that really stuck out to me in our conversation was I asked him like, wow, like you decided to do first and third person. So I said, is that like making two separate games or is it something else? And the way Nakanishi-san described it was like, it's not quite like making two different games, right?
Yeah.
Of course, there is some effort required to
Do both.
but yeah, he didn't like.
I don't feel like that would have been a decision that he made, just more as like, hey, we have to do this.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
It could be, it could not be. Like,
yeah, we don't know, but
the thing is, this is the third time he's directing a Resident Evil game, right? And I think I would imagine, like, and this is not his official answer or Capcom's official stance, but I would imagine he has enough seniority where like his opinion on the matter is obviously important enough that like they won't do it unless he's
okay with it.
And I think if he doesn't feel like it was hard to the extent that they're making two different games, then maybe they're confident in the quality that they're outputting.
Fair.
And
I
believe him. I have no reason to doubt him.
If I could ask him one question, just one question, and I compare this kind of to Star Wars in the new trilogy, right? They had one director who set something up, the next director changed a lot of things, and then the director came back and had to.
This is the sequel trilogy you're talking about, right?
Yes, the sequel trilogy. I would ask him. I don't know how I'd word it, but like, if you had the control to continue that new chapter, what would you have done with Village if it was your call? Would you have continued off of 7, or would you have, Oh,
I mean, we could be here all night.
No.
If I went, if I got, well, you want to ask him?
Yeah,
I thought you were asking me.
Like,
no,
where would you have went after 7? What would have been your 8?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm very fascinated here because he was setting some stuff up that I really loved and would like to see continued, and they did continue some of it, but in a way that might not have had anything to do with what he wanted to set up. You know what I mean?
I would imagine Village is probably not his specific take on where the story should have gone.
How much did that throw him off to the point where he's like, let's just do this,
So you think this is parallel to the Star Wars sequel trilogy where
No, because
J.J. Abrams is back.
I enjoyed Village. I did. I just feel like it was a bit different and off track of where I assumed he was going. Yeah.
Like we're in an era where a lot of Resident Evil games are coming out.
Yes.
And I just think inevitably some will be more different than others. And I think Capcom is offering enough between the 5 and 6 different Resident Evil games we've gotten in the modern era. Like, if there isn't something there for you, which I mean, I guess that would apply to like fixed camera angle fans.
I'll never get it again.
Right.
I'm okay with that.
Like, there's got to be, like, since 2017, there has to be a Resident Evil game that you liked for one reason or another. And I don't think one game can make everybody happy or do everything at top quality. I do think there's going to have to be a balance and some, I don't want to call them compromises.
Yeah.
But like, we're not going to get the Resident Evil 4 remake quality of action and bombastic sequences in this game.
Maybe it's not this one, but at some point, maybe down the road we might go that route.
If the rumors are to be believed, we're going to get our a Code Veronica remake maybe,
That'd be amazing.
That might go back to a different style than Requiem.
So you get the best of both worlds, right?
Yeah, like
kind of this new telling of this new kind of soft reboot, and then you get what you loved, kind of
right. Yeah, like I would
hopefully done right.
There are rumors that this is like the last hurrah for the existing Resident Evil cast, right?
If that's the case, then yes, we'll be seeing a lot of our
we'll see them in actors, remakes, right? So
we'll see them there. Yeah,
I would say if you don't like one game, I mean, just see that as a one-off, right? If you didn't like any of the last like 5 Resident Evil games, I don't even know why you're watching this podcast.
True. I think we all care, and we all care differently, and we all have our own opinions. But like, yes, there is something to like in each of them, even if you don't like them. And I've kind of always viewed it that way. But at the same time, I also understand that. How would I put it? Like, it is like a one-off every time. It's like they're doing something different every time, and that's good or bad. Right? Some people like consistency. They like to see something they like continued.
Oh, that's kind of why, like, before OG Resident Evil 4 came out, I feel like that's why the series lost a lot of its luster.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't really changing from one game to another enough.
Oh, I was gonna say the opposite. I feel like so many people love the original so much is because 1, 2, and 3 were very consistent, and yes, technology advanced and controls advanced, but at least they were coherent.
but like when Code Veronica 0
Then it
came out, they're like this shit again. Like God, like let change things up a bit, right?
I guess like for me personally, I very much enjoyed it, and I know people because it's known that people were like, oh, we're not. And then 4 came out and it did so well. Like, obviously, that's what people wanted. But I also feel like there were a lot of things against them. Like, for 0, I'd say, like, the GameCube, number 1, was a flaw. And this is going into another podcast, and we'll continue later. But the GameCube was a flaw, and the story was not what I was hoping for. And I think a lot of fans were like, this is a disappointment. Whereas Veronica was on a new console, too, at the same time.
What story?
Yeah.
With 0,
Yeah, but like Veronica too, like it was on a new console and had a great like kind of story continuing. It was very clunky and very sluggish, and it just didn't feel like as polished as 3, in my opinion. And so like, maybe that was against it, and maybe people would have came around to it more if it was a little more polished.
I just think the formula was getting old by that point.
I mean, people
and not enough had changed. I think people were seeing games like Onimusha and Devil May Cry
I don't want
come
that
out.
Resident Evil, god damn it. But
and I think just the mood was like moving towards something else. It eventually has circled back, right? Things, trends, come and go. I just think if Capcom didn't change the formula, between one, especially for a semi-annual kind of a franchise, right? Like it would have probably died out again.
True. If they just
right, like even
that
like Resident Evil 5, people were already kind of tired of the RE4 formula by that point because other games had done it better.
True.
And
they're chasing trends at that point.
Yeah, I would say be glad that we have had 5. Well, I don't know about RE3 remake, to be honest.
Okay.
But like we've had at least 4 really good Resident Evil games in the past decade.
Yes.
Like that's more than most other IP can ever hope for.
Yeah, no, it's just it's a good conversation to have, and chat seems to be very engaged tonight. Sorry we can't keep up with everybody. It's really difficult to keep up with the chat while you're having a conversation, while you have questions. You know what I mean?
We
appreciate you guys.
We are
are
also
reading.
doing this at like the last part of the day as well. So all of us have probably done like 20,000 steps or something.
Yeah.
So we're all like
Is he still here?
absolutely exhausted.
Exhausted and trying to have a conversation. Yeah, but we appreciate
again,
you guys.
we're all
look,
experiencing
it's
this for the
Dust
first time as well. So it was a wholesome experience today. Gamescom was an absolute hoot, and it's going to be tough to beat this year. It really will.
Oh,
really
yes.
will be.
Unless Code Veronica remake
Dust
is
Golem is
announced.
still here. Ever see Dust Golem? Just laugh at him.
Dust Golem. He's right there. How's it going? Hey, Dust. I appreciate you, man. Nice to have you here. Thank you for coming by. Oh, I mean,
we love you, Dust Golem.
yeah. So let's wrap it up. We did get some more support. I'm going to read that real quick. Are you good for that? And then we'll give our final take, and then we'll close this one out. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. I thought you had to leave, so I just want to make sure you're okay.
All I'm gonna say is Dino Crisis sucks anyway. So.
Why wasn't Jaw Muncher here? That would have been nice for him to hear. All right, where do we leave off here? Okay, I think we read Resident Evil with a $2 saying Jill appearing, and I think we said no.
Yeah.
Dragon Fury said actually that's Dragon Fury with a €2. Thank you. Says I think Resident Evil Village baby section inspired this demo. Yes, yeah, I think it very much felt like that.
For how much horror that gave a lot of the players the first time they played that section, they wanted to bring it back. I think.
It was nowhere near as structured as the baby section, because the baby section was almost on rails, to be honest. This one was a bit more fluid, but yeah, you can definitely get them vibes.
Yeah.
Well said. We got It Man with a $2. Thank you.
That's where I had seen the red lighting before.
Punk chilling
Yeah,
in the Raccoon City sewer again. Thank you. Yeah, you're right. That is where it is.
Yes.
In that basement.
Yes. Good call. I didn't see Hunk down there, but he's still down there. Hunk has been down there. Gary with a very generous £10 super chat. Thank you, Gary.
It makes sense to be Leon because he always felt guilt for not being able to help people in RE2. So what a way to end his story where maybe he sacrifices himself.
Dark, but yes, you're right. Damn.
Or he could
make amends.
He can He can get a haircut and do the same thing.
His hair is beautiful. Don't ever
Remember, like,
threaten that again.
Yeah, I've been very consistent in that take that I believe that if Leon is in this game, I truly believe he perishes in Raccoon City. His story stops where it starts.
isn't like getting a haircut symbolic of like a new beginning? And
Yeah, well, he's gonna be dead according to you
Well,
guys. So
bro
what does he
gets the
need to do
COVID bald
that?
haircut. He's now
Guy
got a
with
new
your
life.
beautiful hair,
He just comes bald.
a new beginning.
No.
You're dead to me, Leon. You might not have died in the game, but you're dead to me. Crazy Cuban with a $5 super chat. Thank you.
The demon looks amazing. Can't wait till the game comes out to know more about the story. And I do hope that Leon is the baby daddy. I'm telling
Excellent.
you, I like that. I like that.
Excellent.
yeah.
I like that take. I know you don't. I like that.
Naomi, 29 months recruit. Thank you for over 2 years of support.
Hello, Roll family. Excited for RE9?
Very excited. After that demo, very much more excited. Definitely. Gary, number 1 with a £5. Thank you for your support, Gary, once again.
Glad they have just released the original 2 and 3 on PS5.
Oh, we haven't
We
even
just
spoken
talked about
that.
this, yeah.
Yeah.
So they released it, and I said, I wish I could be streaming that right now, but if I had to pick between Gamescom and Resident Evil 9 and that, I would take this. When I get back, after something's coming up, I do want to revisit 2 and 3 on the PlayStation 5 because they added some new features, which I really liked with 1. Warner Mueller, 14 months recruit. Thank you for over a year.
Or the ruins in the marshalling yard would be cool.
Maybe we'll go back to the marshalling yard. That isn't, that could
possibly.
be. Yeah. Giggle Cabbage, 6 months Alpha Team, the winning team. Thank you for half a year, brother.
Hey guys, glad to see you again. Watch the demo and it's amazing. Do you think the new Stalker enemy is Lisa? I think it's Alyssa mutated personally.
I think
Agree.
we're in agreement.
Yep,
we're all
we
gonna
did
agree.
answer, yeah. Betty Bundy, 4 months recruit. Thank you for almost half a year.
My wife is Russian. They don't wear shoes inside. Well, these are old.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was
this
like
was a
2
while
hours
ago. I think we all agree that mostly it's considered rude
It's
to
rude.
wear shoes inside the
In
home.
your own house, in America we do it. In your own house.
Some people do, but I don't.
I do. In mine, I do.
My boy Sasha hated 7 Days to Die with a €2. Thank you.
Sasha says, you guys still going to be at Gamescom tomorrow?
Unfortunately, no, Sasha. We are going back tomorrow morning, but
I will be. So.
oh, you will, yes.
I guess before I forget, there was a survival unit demo at the show.
Oh, we completely forgot to speak about
I
it.
played it.
Where?
It's upstairs in the business area.
Oh god, it was in a little
2.2
booth
maybe?
to the side.
Do you need an invite to like play it or?
Well, yes, but
Yeah,
we got in
easily.
just by asking.
Oh.
And they got a 6 satchel. Dude. Oh, this
Yeah, see this.
Oh
this
my
is
god.
cooler than their 9 package
Yeah.
we
What
got.
is in there?
No, show
Well,
this real
we'll
quick.
show-
Show this.
Yeah, we'll show.
Unboxing
Wait,
Put it on big
time.
screen. Put it on big screen.
They gave you shoes?
Unboxing time.
Okay. Unbox.
my-
Okay, so
Survival unit.
So whose
exclusive goods.
booth was it? Sorry.
Joy City.
Joy City, yeah.
Joy City, yeah.
Yeah.
we met
Hall-
the producer.
It's either 2.2 or 4.2. Like business area.
I wish I knew exactly, but I
There's
don't.
one of the
We
two.
just were walking around. We
But
found.
yeah, exclusive gift.
Oh my god.
Dude, the
Are you
game's
ready?
not that bad.
Are you
like,
ready?
I played it. It was
Why
pretty
did this
fine.
get the good giveaway in the other
Yeah,
game?
look, it's a proper like military style satchel.
I put it on today, and they're like, "No, two combat, two combat."
It's sports shorts on.
It's
gym shorts.
And
Shit,
it,
I gotta go try this game.
I don't know whether you can see it, but it does say survival unit on it.
Dude, that satchel. It's like more combat satchel.
Fanny pack.
Really nice.
What's this game called again? Survival Unit.
Survival unit.
The game is it's very much real quick. 'Cause I know this isn't about survival unit. Maybe we'll have a second video about my playthrough, but it's very much like all the elements of like a classic Resident Evil game, but just streamlined for mobile. But the thing is, like, where I got lost for 2 seconds, this game started directing me where to go. So it's like streamlined for like people that are like, I like Resident Evil, but I don't have time to learn
Like
shit.
touch screen controls. And...
Yeah, but it's fixed camera angle. It's weird because there's 3 modes, and when I seen the video for it, the showcase, it was like all 3 modes in one. I was like, oh, it's a mobile game. But when I went to that thing, they're like, no, you can just play the story. You don't have to go to this horde
Yeah.
mode and
And
this other
it was
mode.
it was kind of isometric,
Yeah.
kind of fixed camera. It was pretty interesting.
It was
But
better than you guys thought.
It's not going to blow your socks off, but it's an interesting
So
experience.
you were talking with Hashimoto-san, right?
Oh yeah,
Hashimoto-san,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was
Square
in the-
Enix.
yeah.
Shinji Hashimoto, right?
I seen him right away. I was
Yes,
like, I
sir.
gotta get a picture of that guy. He was a cool,
Well,
really
you've
nice,
seen
cool
you've
guy.
seen the meme photos of him like laughing, right?
No,
No,
Oh, you don't know the background to this?
No.
Remember when they announced Final Fantasy VII on PS4, but it was just like the PS1 game emulated?
Oh no! I didn't
After like years of rumors of like the remake.
People hate him. No.
But then the next E3, he ended up announcing the actual FF7 remake. But then like the year before, I think it was like E3 2014.
Yeah.
He was like, Final Fantasy VII is coming back, and then now it's on PS4, and then he just laughs maniacally. Apparently, if I remember the story correctly.
He just seemed like that nice guy in the video that was trying to do English, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, his English is bad." And I was like, "He's trying, and he's doing a really good job." And so I always liked him from that. I was like, he seems like a nice guy, and
I
he was.
will hit him up tomorrow.
Yeah, go talk to him. You answered. You got really into your questions. You weren't even asking, and he just started talking because he was. think he was enjoying that interview. Yeah.
Did he speak to you in English or
No, he had a translator.
interpreter? Okay. Wow.
The interpreter was good, but it's no Alex Aniel. No double.
Biohazard.
None of the translators have been AA quality.
I'm not a great interpreter. Come on.
You do great. All right, and we got. Whoa, we're up.
You're right.
Yeah, so Luke was with us yesterday.
What's that?
Luke was with us yesterday.
Yeah, I saw the picture. I can tell.
Oh,
With Matt,
Luke,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Good man right there.
Yeah, hell yeah, brother. And we got Kung Fu Hot Dog with a 2 pound. Thank you.
You have a mic.
Oh,
Do you think Grace is a one-off and mutated by the end?
good question. I'll throw it to Alex.
Maybe, I don't know. Like,
Good answer. We don't know.
Wrong.
Right now.
don't you miss the era of multiple like endings in a Resident Evil game? Fuck, just give everybody their ending. Like,
Yeah, they don't do that
They don't-
anymore, but that also created a lot of inconsistencies with the canon. So
we got
I
that
don't know, man.
lame ass like RE7. Oh god.
Oh, that had no real effect.
Oh god, they're gonna be like, they're gonna have this thing like in the middle of the game where they make you choose something and you don't
love
realize
that.
how important it's gonna be.
And then it has that had no weight, but like 3, that was good. That had,
3, the original.
yeah.
Oh, I mean, old RE games.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Pre-Code
a
Veronica.
false choice. Yeah.
Had like different endings, but
Yeah.
most games after that, no, right?
No, they kind of moved away from that, and I love that.
Seven tried, and
Ground Zero's doing that, by the way.
Ground
Play
Zero
Ground
was
Zero?
amazing.
They're letting you choose your path.
I'm sorry, what? Ground Zero?
Yes, it's a very.
Oh, is that the arcade game or?
No, it's
No,
a
it's
it's a
a-
very classic Resident Evil inspired fixed camera angle.
It's very good.
2D
Yeah.
render background.
Yeah. The game
Oh.
looks fantastic, but you can choose your path, and it does.
Oh, it's a different game.
different
Yeah,
game.
Ah,
yeah.
I
I'm gonna
see.
segue into another
Sorry.
one you played. We got Luke in the dark. Welcome to Rose Squad Recruit. Thank you, Luke. And let's all welcome Luke to the Rose Squad. We appreciate that.
Luke.
Welcome, Luke. Chris Salinas with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Chris.
In your honest opinion, for someone who has never ever played Code Veronica or Outbreak, wait for a remake or play the original?
Oh.
Play the original.
Play the original.
Yeah,
yes.
because you don't know when the remake's coming, so you might as well just get out of your system.
And if you don't like it because you can't do tank controls or fixed camera angles, well, they're dynamic, but then don't. But at least try it, right? I don't think it hurts
I agree
to
with
give it
that.
a shot.
Doesn't Outbreak have like
They might have that
modern controls, quote unquote, like with the move the stick in the direction they go in?
Yeah, but it felt like
we
fixed.
played-
It's
the way
still.
we play, we had emulator controllers or
Yeah, it's.
zap 'em.
I've always felt like it felt like classic Resident Evil, but it's sluggish. The thing is,
I don't remember.
we don't know definitively if Code Veronica or Outbreak is getting a remake or a remaster, so you might as well play it now, or you might just never play it, right? Stephen Ferris, 41 months recruit. Thank you for almost 4 years. Appreciate that, brother.
41 months and counting. Cheers, Rose Squad.
Cheers. All right, we got Nate Wolf with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Nate. And we're actually caught up. This is the last one.
Regarding Leon, I don't think he could be Grace's father because he left Raccoon City with Sherry, then was recruited by the government.
Would have been hard for
It
him.
doesn't mean he wasn't sleeping around.
Yeah, mate. Leon doesn't. Leon
That
doesn't
dog.
necessarily work weekends.
Look at that guy, dude. He can get anything he wants.
He got that dog in him. But what about Ada? She's gonna be sad.
She wouldn't put out.
And she was the girl that got away.
She wouldn't
She
put-
wouldn't. She wouldn't put out.
Alex, what is your take on that?
Oh, of what? Leon not being Grace's
Yeah.
father?
Or Leon could be, or I don't think he can be Sherry's father.
Probably start answering questions.
Uh,
don't
No, come on.
He doesn't like that theory.
You gotta like it.
So he agrees with you. Yes.
But I like it.
All right, guys. Wow, that was the first like in-depth discussion podcast style live stream we've done in a long time. The last one we did, we videotaped it and then cut it and edited it. So this is
So
good.
you must go to Tokyo next month.
I would
Assuming...
love to. I would love to.
What do you think's happening in Tokyo next month with regard to?
If I had to guess, probably a new demo. They usually do a stage show at the Tokyo Game Show, and they reveal like usually like new artwork, new like sometimes the SKUs, like the physical versions. Like, this is what the collector's edition is going to look like. If there's anything else going on with the IP, they'll talk about that. It's the 30th anniversary coming up.
Oh,
The Universal Studios Japan collaboration thingy is back. There's that arcade game that's in beta testing. There's Survival Unit. There's
ever since like I started talking to you
Probably.
more, I feel like you just tease me because you send me this stuff, all these cool things you go to, and it just makes me so mad that I can't. Jealous. I would love to be there. That sounds super fun. When you started sending pictures of the Tokyo thing that they were doing with Resident Evil last year, it's like, oh, that looks so cool. Yep.
yeah, Japan gets like so many cool Resident Evil
It's cool they still do that though.
like collaborations events.
Yeah.
The karaoke room last year was funny.
No, they had a karaoke.
Yeah, it was like the Death Island karaoke room. Even though there was like no music with lyrics in that movie to begin with. What else?
Still fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do get a lot of collectibles too. I started talking to some collectors in Japan, and I was like, "You guys got that? I didn't even know they made anything from that." Yeah, that's where it's at. But so this year, Tokyo Game Show probably going to be a showing.
Nothing's been announced. Capcom hasn't said anything. I'm sorry if nothing happens, but I'd be very surprised if they had nothing there.
Yeah.
Especially since that's the only game for 2026 that actually has a release date.
True, actually, very true.
The other three new games that are coming out do not have specific release dates as far as I know.
Yeah.
Onimusha, Pragmata, Monster Hunter Stories 3, those don't have release dates
So
for
is
next
their
year.
current focus right now. Yeah.
Plus it's Biohazard, man. Like that's humongous in Japan still.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think, the sales are right there next to Monster Hunter, doing super well, and they kind of trade off, and now we got some more in the fold. But no, that was a really good conversation, guys. Thank you all so much for coming by to join us for this. I feel like we not only discussed the demo, but we broke down our thoughts, our impressions with Gamescom. Why are you laughing? Did I say something?
Nothing. No, I'm just reading the comments.
Oh yeah, you're gonna throw me off. Don't read those.
I'm not used
Our
to
chat
this.
can get
Like,
wild. Just kidding. But no, it was a lot of fun. This trip has been amazing, and like I said, just that cherry on top of Andy busting in on your conversation with Nakanishi and getting that chat and that picture was just the top. It's been a lot of fun, and I appreciate you guys all for coming by. I appreciate you, Andy, for coming out to Gamescom and all the work you've done and all the cool interviews that'll be coming out. Alex, thank you so much once again. Always here with us hanging out, and it's always a pleasure. Thank you. And Cory, always tagging along, being that man that was filming Andy for all those interviews. He was I was just standing around. Cory was the one filming and doing all the work. So thank you. Rose Squad, we appreciate you. I'm looking forward to your thoughts on the demo when it is released to the public. Thank you so much for all your questions tonight. Thank you for hanging out over, almost 1,000 likes. That is insane. It's the first Road podcast we've done in a long time, and I appreciate that a ton. If you guys want to see more in-depth discussions, breakdowns, and analysis like this live, let us know in the comments after the video. And appreciate you guys. Hope you have a great night, and we're going to keep you updated on all the latest Resident Evil 9 news and everything else. But anything you guys want to say before we close it out? I know what you're going to say. I know what he's going to say. Oh my God.
Hold your ears.
well, since this is Germany, what is it in German?
He's going to say in German.
Dino Krisa ist Scheiße.
I understood that one.
Get those poops in the chat. Have a great night, everybody. And we hope to see you back at the Residence of Evil. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
This is like a